Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, John Tortorelli, and Mr. Joel Dells. And this is episode 533. We want to give you guys a huge thank you for supporting the show. This week is very special because everybody's sending us YouTube recaps, Spotify recaps. They're wrapped for the year. If you guys have us in your wrapped, comment and let us know. You can tag us on social media as well. We will repost it. We love to see everybody that's watching our content and tuning into it. We really appreciate the support.
What was your top five? Your wrapped?
Oh, you
for
want
music?
Me to,
for music. Not
I actually didn't check it. Each time I went to check it,
really?
it just wouldn't load.
Do you have Apple or Spotify?
I have YouTube, but YouTube does a wrap too.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, YouTube Music, because I have YouTube Premium and it comes with the ad-free YouTube. Mm-hmm. It also comes with YouTube Music, so I might as well have just got that in.
Couldn't post my top five. My number five was nuts.
What was your number five?
Dave?
My number one.
David?
No. My number one was Zach Ryan.
Okay.
My number two this year was Morgan Wallen. First time for me, but he dropped an album.
He's a dog.
Number three, G Herbo.
Figures.
Number four was Luke Combs.
Okay.
Number six was A Boogie.
5.
Megan Maroney.
Who?
Megan Maroney.
Who?
Megan Maroney.
Who the fuck is that?
You'll learn one day, buddy.
Are you okay?
I'm great. I'm great, actually.
Megan Maroney. All right, whoever that is.
I'll throw some on in the car, maybe.
Probably. She probably will.
So right now, my Spotify, my YouTube Music wrapped. These are for podcasts. Number one, I got the Bill Simmons podcast. Number two, I got the Athletic Football Show. Number three, I got Chris Sims. Number four, I got Insight with Chris Van Vliet. He's like a wrestling podcaster, so I'll be watching wrestling interviews. And number five is the Mina Khan show. I love Mina Khan. Mina Khan's is tough. She's an analyst for ESPN.
You've definitely seen her before.
Probably showed me a picture of her.
What was your music though?
I'm trying to see it. It didn't really give me my
what would you
music
guess?
one.
SSG Kobe.
SSG Kobe probably didn't make it this year.
Kendrick.
You didn't stop listening to him after his allegations?
Who?
Nothing saying he did.
Oh, no, I've been listening to that. I don't do that, bro. I mean, come on, man.
You can separate the person from the music?
I don't do that, man. I don't do that, man. If you bad, man, I don't support you, man. Okay, Kid Cudi, it says I spent a lot of quality time with him together.
That's fire.
This year. So Kid Cudi probably be like at the very top of my list.
Nuts, but fire.
But it didn't give me...
Yeah, I keep going. I keep swiping down.
It didn't really give me the
YouTube music sounds like it sucks.
It didn't give me top 5 artists. It just gave me top 5 podcasts for some reason.
Well, John, Riv, you got yours?
I do.
Mine was interesting. It was a mix. This was the first year.
I'm actually super curious what yours is.
You curious?
My 6 through 10 was all rap, but my top 5 was mostly country.
Mine was Tree Oak, number 1.
Okay.
That was my most listened to. Then it was Mac. I think Kid Cudi was number 5, and then Aaron May and Sleepy Hollow. So
Aaron May's underrated.
I don't know who Aaron May is.
Sleepy Hollow. John, you're here with me.
He was like my number 9 or something.
In Vegas, we're listening to Sleepy in the crib.
Wait, who's Aaron May?
Aaron May's probably one of the most underrated artists. He also hasn't posted anything recently.
What genre?
Like I guess you would say like a hip
hop?
Sort of like hip hop.
Underground hip hop.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's more like old school hip hop type of vibe.
Okay.
Mine was Drake, Dirk, Boogie, Cardi, Travis, but I don't think that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't listen
so
to a lot of Travis.
my 5 artists, thank God. Kid Cudi, Kendrick Lamar's number 2. Number 3 was Drake.
Wow.
Number 4 was this band. It's a very contemporary band, like indie band. It's called Balance and Composure.
Okay.
It's tough. They never made it mainstream, unfortunately, but like they give me Linkin Park vibes. So I fuck with them. And number 5 is J. Cole.
Okay.
That was my
Very
top 5.
mainstream.
You guys said some crazy J. Cole.
Number 6 I had was K Camp.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of K Camp. I don't know why.
Old school K Camp?
No, like his new shit.
Oh, okay.
Like his music just been hitting lately.
We gotta start listening to some more country, man.
Yeah.
I like country. I have it in here. I got a lot of Morgan Wallen for sure.
His album was fire.
It's beautiful, both of them. Got a couple. I'm not really into the who's the other guy you showed me?
Zach Bryan, Luke Combs.
Luke Combs.
Luke Combs dropping a single tonight.
I feel like you really fuck with Shabuzi, bro.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't. I know.
It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something.
Well, he makes good music.
He tried to put me on the Luke. Luke was cool, but I didn't really fuck with Luke like
I
that.
like Shabuzi's music too. No,
I can't say. I know the
one
someone
song.
pouring another shot of whiskey. That one. That's all I know though.
I think I just stick to Morgan Wallen and call it a day.
Or, yeah, because Morgan Wallen's got some like
some swag to him.
Yeah, like
some swag.
he has a song. I think 2 songs with Dark. 1 song with Dark.
It's 2.
2? Yeah, I was gonna say he definitely has a little like he's country, but he's definitely got like rhythm and like his beats. I feel like could transfer over to hip hop and it wouldn't sound weird.
Man, I will say this though, I was really fortunate that David wasn't in my top 5 because
in the beginning of the year you're listening to him a lot.
It was a point in time where I was listening to him a lot.
David?
He was the dude that like he basically. He was with girl? He was with an underage girl, and then
what's up with you and these guys that you just have a
I was unaware. He has a song called "Feel It." It's from Invincible, the animated series on Amazon Prime. It's a great song. I used to listen to it. That was like the wake up song. Mm-hmm. Feel it and unfeel it. It's a great song, bro. So when I heard about the allegations, I had to put a stop to it.
Allegations?
I didn't realize that he was in that until you just said that.
I do think
he hasn't been found guilty, but
they are allegations, but I do think that he did it. I mean, there's a lot of evidence, overwhelming amount of evidence that show that he did it. You know what I'm saying?
I was sick.
No, bro.
No, I never even heard of him before everything came out. Drew knew him.
No, I saw Drew top 5 bullshit.
What was his top 5?
Drew listens to a lot of
bullshit. Bullshit.
He has a colorful palette.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He has a woman palette. Respectfully.
Yeah.
He does.
I'm Macaroni at number 5. Can't really tell.
You're in there. You're getting there. Don't worry.
I'm locking in next year, though. Next year, my music is going to go to a different level. I'm going to be so in tune with what's going on.
What does that mean?
This year, I was safe, you know?
You listened to David and Kobe this year.
No.
You're saying you're like Green Bay versus Cleveland, that kind of shit?
You know, I'm saying like this year, I was safe, you know. This year, and this has been the case for the last couple of years. I feel like as you get older, you stop exploring new music. You just go back to music that you like. Did you
just make that up?
I've been the opposite. I never listened to anything except rap and hip hop, and then the last 2 years I started listening to country.
Like for me, it's like the last year I'm listening to Kendrick. He did drop a new album. Does that count as new music? It does, but I'm talking about like artists. You know, I'm not really exploring like new artists.
Oh, I feel you.
You know, so this upcoming year, I'm gonna try to make it a point of emphasis
dropped a great album.
Explore new artists.
Wale, yeah, surprisingly,
he did.
Shit caught me off guard.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like the rapper I really been tapped into this year though.
Dave East.
It didn't. No, hell no. It didn't show in my YouTube
Wale,
rap.
I say Dave East.
Wale clears.
Wale does
like it's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
Yo, really?
He does not have an album as good as Kyrie Chanel.
He actually does.
No way.
You gotta. You really have to stop, bro.
There you go, CD. God, finally, I needed something. From
Sheesh.
But I was gonna say Babyface Ray.
I like Babyface.
Okay.
Babyface Ray is tough.
He was bumping him last year though.
Yeah, I was. I don't know why he didn't show up in my YouTube rap because
for a minute.
I bumped a lot of his music this past year.
Yeah.
I like Babyface.
I think now is a very good time to say y'all's Kid Cudi and J. Cole disrespect was outlandish.
I like Kid Cudi.
We haven't done a short form music content since.
We should again. I think we should retire that.
No, we gotta do a key 3 cut 5 Chicago rappers.
I'm cool.
Like that.
I'm cool off J. Cole, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, it's J. Cole. I'm
cool.
Straight. I'm really straight.
I'm super cool.
Like the thing with J. Cole, I feel like a lot with big artists is like you obviously have a fan base. You're obviously super successful. It ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like it's not something I'm.
That shit comes smooth off. Like, I'm cool. He can rap.
I feel like Drake's the really only big artist rap wise I listen to.
Hot take. I don't think Drake can rap that well. That's probably why I like him so much.
You say you don't think he can?
No.
Well, I like honestly Drake when he's talking smooth and slow.
I like R&B Drake.
Yeah,
I think R&B Drake is better than rap Drake.
But Drake every once in a while can get in his bag and talk some
shit. A little bit. I don't want to hear that shit all day. That's why I don't like Kendrick and J. Cole. Like they rap on every fucking song. I don't. Sometimes I want to hear some bullshit.
Yeah,
I do.
I understand. I was listening to a lot of Trippie this year. Lil Skies is goated, bro. Life of a Dark Rose is a generational body of work.
Bro,
I'm so serious. There's so many bangers on that. My goodness, bro.
You might be the only person on planet Earth.
Welcome to the rodeo.
No, people like Lil Skies.
Welcome.
I think Drew likes Lil Skies.
Generational.
It's a generational tape.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Welcome to the rodeo. The clip, Strictly Business, Dark Rose, Nowadays.
Yeah.
Garden is a banger. It has a lot of bangers. That tape has so many good songs.
Did
rarely any skips.
If I'm being honest, they're running the ball too damn much, Dallas.
I got tattoos on my face. I use that shit as motivation.
Why?
What else?
I can't get a job, so for my dreams, I'm dedicated.
You can't get a job because you got tattoos on your face.
Well, that's why it's the motivation. I'm not gonna get a job. I better work
For a
at this
second, I
rap.
lost myself was getting faded.
Okay, this is supposed to hit somewhere. I'm gonna feel it.
What song is this?
I don't know.
It's Welcome to the Rodeo. Welcome to the Rodeo stuff. His music video for it emulated Lil Wayne's 6'7" music video.
Makes sense. One of the greatest music videos of our time.
Bro,
Am I not mistaken, or is Welcome to the Rodeo not on 2K19?
Is it?
Are you thinking of
Might be
Travis Scott song?
I know it's in either. I feel like it's in either Madden or 2K.
Bro, he started this song and he was like, I ain't folding under pressure. I ain't switching for no hoe. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling all my bros. Ain't no killer, but don't piss me. Fingers itching on that pole.
I feel like I could have said that.
That's hard.
That's just tough though.
That's hard.
I like that. It was cool. Nice
think it was-
Where's he from?
Long nights I
Madden
sold
19,
drugs just to hit the
Madden
studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, bitch. I ain't eating sloppy Joe.
Type shit.
Okay,
That was cool.
You should have left after the first one.
He's tough.
Sloppy
bro.
Joe, he ain't had to add that.
You gotta listen.
Not gonna lie,
That's a
that
banger.
song 2017 was incredible.
That beat
Yeah, even
is the
now, it's
best
pretty
part
good.
of the song though. The beat is different.
He like fall off or die.
No, he fell off. He's still alive.
okay.
He didn't fall off though.
I feel like
I mean,
that
no, he
type-
did fall off. Sorry,
Yeah.
he didn't die.
It's hard to stay relevant for
With these
multiple
rappers
years,
now,
bro.
yeah. Freaking we had 50 Cent, Nelly, T.I., Lil Wayne, Kanye, Jay-Z. Those dudes, like back in the early 2000s, they stayed afloat for damn near a decade.
Yeah.
These rappers now, you get a good 2-3 years and they're fried,
Yeah,
bro.
them in there too.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Eminem.
I couldn't name everybody.
Nah,
you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying? But thank you
That's
for
what I was
adding,
here for.
thank you for adding
music
on Eminem.
peaks
Yes.
are short,
calorie over here.
and it's music peaks are usually towards the beginning. Your first body of work is usually your best.
And what also gets messed up is I don't even think it's all the time the artist's fault. Artists at those times, it's like go back to whatever. Like for Uzi, it's like go back to the Lil Uzi versus the world, and Uzi's like, y'all like that almost more because of nostalgia, because what was going on in your life at that time that like it's
can't
nothing
go
I
back
can
to
do.
that.
It's just that you just remember those music with those times. You can't do nothing about it.
A Boogie says it all the time, Flag. A Boogie says it all the time. Or he's like, he can't go back to what he was before.
Nah.
That's not him. He's matured, and we not the same. Like,
But
this is who he is.
but to me it's different because I loved Uzi and I loved Boogie back in whatever 2015, 16 when they first came out. I still love A
Facts.
Boogie and I think Uzi is whack now. I
Well,
think
because
he's
I think he
trash.
started doing all this other shit. I don't like his music now. I think some of his shit cool, but Boogie, he sounds the same to me.
He does.
Just mature.
Yeah.
You know,
But he's still like talking his shit, you know what I mean? Heartbreak. Like Boogie's still to me. People say he fell off.
No,
Cool.
Lil
Well, for
Baby
me,
fell
man.
off. Lil Baby.
I just listened to the leaks shit he just dropped.
No,
There's like 2 songs I
yeah,
like.
we cool off that.
You've been seeing little babies be paying a lot of women.
Paying women?
I'm
Yeah,
not surprised. It's that type
What
of
do you
industry.
mean?
they be every single time I'm on Twitter. Once in a while, I come across a video where it's like a girl catches little baby, you know, saying that he paid and you know she ain't do what she's supposed to do, and he's on FaceTime talking. He's like, you know, when you gonna be here?
That happens a
It's not
lot.
a good look. I feel like it's if you're a
So
little baby, why
common.
you got to pay for a flight or something, but pay
Right.
extra. I don't know.
So
It's kinda
did
crazy.
you hear what Kenny said a couple weeks ago?
About
So this is what he said.
Kenny who?
Kenny Beach.
Kenny Beacham.
You said
So
about
the-
us?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well, Jordan Love. This is what he said. They posted it.
Oh,
This is what he said.
We heard you talking about Jordan Love. Guess how many points he put up this week? 7. It's Caleb Williams, man.
Yeah.
They was laughing at Jordan Love.
When was
what
this?
they were
What
doing.
week was this?
was that the Panthers
After
game?
they lost to the Eagles.
Or the Eagles game?
Oh, I did see that video.
You know,
And I don't know what this flex is because they're playing the Bears this week. It would make sense if like after the win, if they lose now,
You're
the
fucked.
tough look.
It wasn't
Extremely
very
tough
funny for him to disrespect Jordan Love in that way. I actually thought it was very disrespectful to not give him that respect, especially, you know, 7 points. I understand it's not a lot of points, but it's
No,
against
it's
one of the
actually
best
not even-
defenses in the league.
Oh,
Oh
got
my
it in.
god.
What a goal.
It's also very cold. It was freezing temperatures, and I feel like he gave him no grace. Also, a lot of drop passes in
You're
that
playing in
game.
Green Bay. It's going to be cold 70% of the year.
So for him to disrespect Jordan Love in that way,
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
I
It's
thought it
nuts.
was a little out of bounds.
It's like Drew with Bo Nix in the winter. You play Denver. Like,
Yeah, I
what do
don't
you
know.
say?
You're going to be cold in Philly, too. I'm confused.
and I know that Kenny's a Bears fan. He's Chicago everything. Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears.
Respect
Real
that.
I know
fan.
D Mills is a Bears fan. I've
fan.
had some jazz with him back and forth. I know Mike. I don't know if Mike is a Bears fan or not. I know Pierre went from a Cowboys fan
He's
to
a
a
Bears
Bears
fan
fan.
now?
So now they're all Bears fans. So it's
Interesting.
just understand, you
Seems
know,
like your vibe.
Packers run the
Seems
division.
yeah, UMP feel like
And-
get along.
and
He
this
should have stuck
week-
with Chicago. I mean, Dallas looks fantastic, but
I
think with
yeah.
Chicago, if You're a Bear fan now. You got out of the mud.
Yeah.
9-3, looking very
Ben
hot.
They're
Future
pumping out their chest.
extremely
You know,
bright.
he felt like he could say that about Jordan Love, but after this week,
What's crazy
we gonna
is
see where he stands.
Chicago loses this week. They fall from the 1 seed to the 7 seed.
Yeah, that's the NFC is nuts, bro.
That's
Super nuts.
insane.
Lots of top-heavy divisions. If you
there's
they,
two
9-3?
games between the
9-3.
Packers and the Bears left,
Yeah.
There we go.
and that's gonna be huge. I think the Packers could win both.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could also split. I don't think Chicago could sweep, but I think they could split. The way they just manhandled Philly's defensive line was just able to create gaps, just drive after drive, play after play. I mean, I don't know why they can't do something similar against Green Bay.
Yeah. Shout out New Jersey product, Tyler Booker.
Shout out Tyler
Yeah.
Booker, man.
Shout out Tyler Booker. Is he from New Jersey?
Yeah, went to Bergen for a year or two.
Catholic?
Yep.
familiar with
Nice, nice.
Yeah, well, some of my friends went to school with him.
He
Oh,
plays
yeah.
on the Cowboys.
I'm aware he plays in the Cowboys now.
Oh, okay, it was just we were talking about the
Yeah.
Bears.
I was
And
No,
then
I
he was
said
like,
shout out Tyler
Oh,
Booker
okay,
because
okay.
his performance against the Eagles.
Oh, okay, good
Type
job.
shit.
sometimes you gotta shout people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect, he's from Jersey.
Tyler Book is playing really well.
Shout out
yeah.
Kyle Nungai.
Yeah,
Rutgers.
that's another jersey.
Rutgers.
Bosco. Yeah.
Yep.
Rutgers.
Nice.
Some special jersey backs in the league. Got Jonathan
Shout out
Taylor.
Muhammad Sanu.
Rutgers. He deserves a
Okay.
shout out too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So it's nice to have you here, John.
Pacheco.
This is your
Great
first
to
time
be here.
here in the studio.
Second.
It's like fourth.
This is like a recurring thing every time I come on.
Type shit.
yeah.
John, let me ask you a question. You are 21 now? 22?
I'm 22 years old.
22 years old.
Remember when he was like 16?
What is your fondest memory of your teen years? Now that you've
Teen
hit this
years?
age. Yeah.
My teen
So your high
years.
school years.
Oh.
What's your fondest memory?
I thought you were gonna say finest memory with us.
There's a few. Freshman year high school football.
You
First
played
team.
football.
Yeah, I played football like 6
What
years.
position?
Corner and receiver.
Nice.
Corner.
Yeah.
White man Riley Moss.
Yes. I would have to say my favorite memory. That's a good question because there's a lot.
I'm waiting for the answer for sure.
You put him on the spot. To be fair,
I know.
Do you have like off rip?
You guys
like, your
put me on
favorite
the
moment?
spot last week.
What?
Talking about
he's
some, what are you
thankful
thankful for?
for.
What are you thankful for?
It's so much.
That feels a
different.
little bit easier. My
Yeah.
friends and family in the podcast.
That's
There's a lot,
so
there's a
that's
lot
a
of
layup.
there's a lot I'm thankful for, but my favorite memory in high school was run out the tunnel first time playing high school football onto the field. That was pretty sick.
Did y'all win?
Yeah, we won 48-0. We're
Oh,
actually
shit.
playing Garfield or alma mater.
Don't
Wow.
be,
We're Jewel into high school. Fun fact.
Don't
We were
be-
like,
Oh, putting his
we're,
government out
throw
there.
me your stats. What you had?
oh, I was a freshman just
Oh, okay.
receiving
Oh,
punts.
this was varsity.
Yes.
You were a
Oh,
punt,
oh,
you were a
oh,
punt
oh,
returner?
Oh, I was suited up. I was not touching the field. But best believe I'm out there like receiving punts and
Type shit,
warm
type
ups,
shit.
and I'm hyped because coming to the game we're like projected to lose to Garfield. And our coach, Coach Garaz, he walked in, gave us like an iconic speech in like my time playing sports growing
Optimus
up.
Prime level.
And my locker's next to every single senior.
Mhm.
So, because like I guess I had taken the senior receiver's locker from the year before, so next to all of them. And we walked out. There's like a certain feeling. It kind of to me, it's hard to explain, but like when you play football all your life, there's like a certain collective culture. It's
Yeah.
something you can't really speak about, but you feel it. And
Yeah.
we went out and we're up, I think 35-0 in the
Sheesh.
second quarter.
Beat the shit out of your school.
And then the next week we lost 42-0 to
So
Mitch.
nobody can ever say you
High
haven't
highs, low
played.
lows.
That's high school football for you.
So, yeah,
Did you play all 4 years?
No, I stopped playing after my freshman year.
Listen,
I
it's
wish I
over.
kept playing, to be honest with
Listen,
you.
I can't do
That's
this
a
shit
lot.
no
It's
more.
a commitment, especially at that age, bro. Because like
Yes.
you're go
Yes.
from middle school to high school.
Oh,
so
he
you're
was
doing
open!
2-a-days and
Bro.
shit. You got to be up
In high
early
school,
before school.
I got to school at 7. I didn't get home until 7:38 after
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
And that was every day until the middle of November.
You know, come on, good friends played football all 4 years, and I remember them fucking. It's like July. They're starting practice. They're doing 2-a-days. Like I'm like, bro.
Yep.
Shout out
You
to
had
y'all.
3 days in August too.
How would you sound when you got hyped? And when you made it, when a teammate of yours made a big play, what are you
Sounds
saying on the
freaky.
side?
I wasn't audible.
Oh shit, we came back.
I wasn't one to like.
You wouldn't be like,
audibly-
yeah, boy, yeah, boy.
Where were you
When I
at?
played basketball, I
Were
was
you
a little
someone
more-
that you would hit on the head, smack on the ass? What type of guy?
I
were
was
you?
very quiet in football.
Okay.
But like in
Oh, yeah.
basketball, I was a lot more vocal.
Yeah,
like,
that was your
like-
sport. That was your sport.
Yes, like I didn't talk a lot of shit playing basketball, but like I'd say in football, I was very quiet.
Are you
Okay.
an ass smacker?
That's exactly what I
No,
just
I
wanted to know.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say I was an ass smacker necessarily.
What about in
give me five.
basketball? You play with the teammates and
Couldn't say I slapped my teammate on the ass. To be quite
Not
honest with
once?
you. No,
That's
not
what
even
I'm
a little tap. They don't get even got to be a
No.
smack, just like
Like
a
they were
tap.
just walking across the bench, like,
No.
good job.
No, you want to know what I was? I was a big. If my teammate got like a tough bucket, I was a big clap guy, like
Clap,
a
okay.
little calm five. You know, that was more of like.
I'm not a fan of the
Channel
claps,
energy.
man.
No, it
Sometimes
wasn't me clapping, but my teammate gets a tough bucket.
Talking a lot about clapping.
it's
Some
sometimes
slap.
people really are
offside.
aggressive with the claps.
Nuts.
Sometimes people really hit your hand harder than you expect.
Is that not offsides? What the hell?
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, but if I'm hype and my boy gives me a hard high five, I'm not going to give a shit. You
But
know?
it depends. What if
a good example of this
he's like
was
6'7"
Whole
with
team
massive
jump
hands?
offsides, what the fuck?
They still didn't get it.
Unless they're gonna call it late.
Riv, are you a ass slapper if your teammates do something good?
Nah, I'm a chest pumper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I get geeked up, I yell. And I
What about
hit your
claps?
chest.
You do claps?
Like daps?
Yeah.
Yeah. if
Did
you
he
throw-
ask if you're ass smacker?
He did. I'm not.
Do daps ever hurt sometimes?
Hell yeah.
Hit too hard?
You
Yeah.
like you.
But if you're
yeah.
hype, if you're hyped, though, you don't give a shit.
Nah,
how
'cause
hard
one
it is.
No, you
time-
still have to
'cause
carry.
one
It hurts
time-
sometimes. It really hurts.
We was in the league. Ruben was like, "Yeah, Red." He threw his hand. I said, "Yeah." Boom. He walked by. I said, "Fuck." That shit hurt. Like
Drew does that a lot.
Yeah,
Drew
dudes
doesn't
with like
know.
big hands, big
Yeah.
fucking frisky hands. I was like, God damn, bro.
Made you feel little.
Did. But I was geeked up.
How
so
do
I
you
couldn't
feel
show
about coaches your age or like older, whatever? Just
Mhm.
coaches in general, coaching up kids AAU and they smack kids' ass.
that. That go to jail.
You think that's unacceptable?
Yeah, what the fuck am I doing?
Why?
Smacking
Why
a
is
12-year-old's
that?
butt?
Why was that such a normalized thing in sports where like they would do that?
Is that not normal anymore?
I think maybe it is still normal. It
I-
probably
I
is
think
I've
still
been to
grown
many-
men doing it is fine.
I've been to many middle school games.
I'll be honest. If
Have
one,
you seen opposing coaches that you coach against? do
no,
that?
I haven't.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, if I see one of my assistants smack one of my players' butt,
Yeah.
I'm telling somebody.
I've seen teammates
I
do
mean,
that.
Yeah, teammates is
Teammates,
fine.
yeah.
Adults, like if I'm a grown up and I'm coaching
Yeah.
college, that's valid. We're grown ups. I feel me. Come on, yeah. But no little ass
Yeah,
kid.
no.
No, you shouldn't be doing. Like they can smack each other, do all types of shit you want to each other.
So when
Don't.
you were playing AAU,
Mhm.
high school freshman coach, that coach never did that to you?
Nah.
How about
hell
you?
nah.
Coach never did that to you? You can be honest here,
No.
John.
I don't.
I mean-
it's a safe space, John. Did anything
No.
happen when you were a child?
No.
Yeah,
I can't say
that's
that.
very
My
weird.
coaches were very respectful,
Because I remember
very
it.
traditional.
I
You
remember.
remember?
Wait,
okay?
you
Are you okay?
you got your ass smacked a lot?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately or fortunately?
Unfortunately.
Or you didn't want it?
I
Do you
want it.
recall a time? Or is it too personal?
It's just too traumatizing.
I don't want to bring it up. My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. I'm tearing up here.
Yeah, you get a little emotional. It's okay.
So,
Man up.
It's a messed up world out there,
Yeah.
man.
my
Man
bad.
up, bro.
My bad. My bad.
2 times Joel's cried on the podcast. Talking about when he got his
Two-
ass smacked and Zach Wilson.
Nah, he cried another time. He definitely did. Cried like 4 times.
4 times?
I think he did. He's emotional. He likes to get out his
Those were
emotions.
the only, the Zach Wilson's last time I remember.
No, he cried. I think he cried during like a Mahomes rant or something. He had to.
Oh, yeah. I want to put it past
Tears
him.
of rage.
Yeah.
Want to put it past him. Rage
Or like
or
a
love?
Joe
I would
Burrow
have said
rant.
it'd be tears of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was just him admiring how great the dude was.
I
He
think
was
you're
just
right.
like
I think
breaking
you are.
down.
Yeah,
You know,
he was glazing and crying so
It's
much.
just
Yeah.
unfortunate that Mahomes is being nitpicked right now.
God.
I seen you see
Poor
this.
guy.
Who's nitpicking him?
Feel terrible from Mahomes.
People are
He just makes
nitpicking him,
these
acting
videos.
Right,
like
he does
He
make
just
his own
makes
agendas.
these
and
videos
different,
that
like,
he sees one person says it's like the world is saying it, so he has to make these videos.
Like, here's what we have to recognize about Patrick Mahomes.
No, we don't.
Patrick Mahomes in his first 7 seasons as a starter has accomplished more than any other quarterback in the history of the NFL, and statistically has been the best quarterback in the history of the NFL through his first 7 seasons. If he misses the playoffs once, that does not change. That does not change that he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. It does not change that he's a 2-time MVP. It does not change that he's a multiple-time All-Pro. It does not change that he is one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL just because he misses the playoffs this one year, if it does indeed happen. And I feel like a lot of people are using this moment to say, Patrick Mahomes missed the playoffs? Oh, yeah, overrated. He's missed the playoffs. That's a hit to his legacy. You're goddamn wrong if you think so, because it's not. And he deserves his respect for what he's done and what he's accomplished. He could retire today and be a first ballot Hall of Famer. There, I said it.
Okay. The only person who... Sorry, I didn't have my mic. I'm so unprofessional. The only person who ever disagreed with you on that is not here. So we're all cool with that. Like,
yelling into the void.
yeah, we're all cool with that. Like, yeah.
A
he's-
hot take, but I think he's a
Hot
first
take.
ballot Hall of Famer.
Here we go. Oh, get him. Get that.
I think Dak should.
Oh!
That's a fumble.
Dak's crazy for
You
that.
you saw Max Kellerman was on Bill Simmons' podcast.
Yeah,
fine,
I like the
Stephen A.
conversation.
I only saw one clip, but he said that Stephen A doesn't have any hot takes.
He doesn't.
And
Low key.
he said that Stephen A relies on his co-host to have hot takes.
To react.
And exactly, and Stephen A can react to it.
Well, Stephen A's a great reaction.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
is.
He's a lead in terms of being a reactor and getting loud and using all these
elite
fancy
entertainer.
The
words.
shit when Max was like, Kawhi is a better clutch time scorer than Kobe.
Yeah.
And Stephen A was in the back just like just sick of him. Like, you could tell, yes. I mean, he didn't lie.
It's actually pretty fascinating how Stephen A. Smith's negative PR comes from him just being out of touch with a subject rather than him having a different opinion from it. Because like Skip Bayless is like, his negativity comes from, oh, he's just crazy what he's saying.
Hater.
Stephen A. Smith is like, why would you make up a lie about this player or somebody close to this player telling you something that's not true?
Yeah.
And that's where like a lot of his backlash comes from, or him not remembering a football player's name, or, you know, botching something. That's where that comes from. But yeah, no, I think Max Kellerman was done wrong. I didn't like the whole press tour that Stephen A. Smith went on after Max Kellerman was let go from the show. Stephen A. Smith went on Joe Budden's podcast and was saying that he just thought the show would be better without him, and he got tired of doing the show with him, and he just didn't want to do it anymore. He wanted to be more of a solo act, and he looked at all the numbers, and all the numbers and the metrics showed that, you know, he was the most important and Max wasn't important to it. So he just felt like, you know, I just think it came down to Stephen A. did not like Max Kellerman.
Yeah,
like
man.
ultimately, and that's why he was not on the show.
Come on,
He did
Fergie.
say they weren't,
Come
like
on,
Max
Fergie.
said they weren't really friends.
Not great. It is tough. I listened to Stephen A.'s audiobook Straight Shooter, and he talked about it, and he never really went into why. But he was
Audio
like,
book.
he was basically going and like being around the bush and saying that we weren't like a perfect fit, didn't have a relationship.
Max
But he never,
Kellerman?
yes, but he never like elaborated. And to me, the perception of that is that he kind of felt threatened a little bit by Kellerman.
What a
and
play.
Naturally wanted to be his own show, which he turned into a revolving cast of different co-hosts.
I mean, I stopped watching First Take. When I was a kid, Skip and Stephen A. I felt it was a must watch. I was watching that so much. When I stopped, obviously, once like high school or something.
Could
but
you believe Drew wanted that band? The punch
Punch?
out? What's
Yeah.
wrong with that
He's
guy?
soft.
I will say, even though the show proceeded without Max Kellerman, I do think that people have revisionist history when it comes to that. Even when Max was on the show, it wasn't like people were going and tuning in the First Take. It had fallen off from the Skip Bayless days.
Yeah,
and and they tried to replicate that formula, and it just never hit. You know, I just feel like Max Kellerman's just not Skip Bayless, and his role on that show was to basically be Skip Bayless. And Stephen A. Smith, there was a lot of times that they would touch on personal, touchy political subjects, and Max Kellerman would be more in the know or more woke about those subjects than him. And I think that is what threatened Stephen A. Smith more. I don't think it's more so the sports thing. I think it's more so the political stuff where Max Kellerman, according to public opinion, he was more right about his takes on Kaepernick. He was more right about where he leans with like marijuana laws and stuff.
Gio
And
said-
Stephen A. was like more like, you know,
I felt like
Gio said Max was more
conservative.
black than Stephen A. That shit was hilarious.
and Stephen A. said Max, hold on. Max said, okay.
Yeah, Max said, you got it, bro.
Skip and Stephen A. was the pinnacle of sports debate because you had so much street credit, like Richard Sherman going on the show, and that just
Rich Fry
elevated
skit.
to like a different air in media.
Yeah.
Yo,
It
I
was
can't,
really in 2014. There's nothing better than that. It was legendary.
I can't see John when you do this, bro.
My bad, bro. I just
don't think there's another
I
show
love being able to look over from recording.
that
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro.
that will face athletes head to head. Like Skip Bayless will say something and then he'll have Richard Sherman on the show and then he'll talk to him head to head. But I do feel like Stephen A. Smith does play more that role of like the reactor. And Skip Bayless was so over the top that he would have a lot of things to react to. And he was more so like the people's person on the show. But then when Max came, the dynamic evened out. And I guess that's what he didn't like. But now he's like so far away from even that.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's like
You're talking about Stephen A. or Max? No.
Stephen A. Smith. I think that he's not the everyday average person's like favorite cool sports guy.
Because
Like,
he's kind of transcended past sports, I feel like, at this point.
yeah, he's so far removed
of
from
an
that.
entertainer.
Max took a whole hiatus too. Like Max. yeah,
I saw him on the early morning show on ESPN.
What does he do?
He talks on that boxing show
I know,
a lot.
yeah, he's always been a huge.
He's gonna have a
boxing
podcast with Rich Paul on the Ringer.
guy. Oh, really?
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm cool off that.
Oh, is that why he did the podcast with Bill Simmons? He's going to the Ringer.
I would. Yeah, I think he is going to the Ringer. Yeah, I
I
think they're gonna have a
nothing fit.
podcast.
I
That's
don't
a
want to
great
hear
fit
nothing
for
Rich
that.
Paul has to say, bro. Respectfully, I'm cool.
You don't think so? You don't think he'd be interesting?
I don't know if it's like. Oh wait, hold on, wait. What is he doing? I don't know what's my issue, bro. I don't like listening to other people talk. Like
You
on
know what's
podcasts.
nice, though?
No, not really, bro. Like I'll see clips.
I'm not gonna lie. The only podcast I'm tuning into every episode is Fantasy Footballers.
I respect that.
They're fucking.
I don't
great,
listen
man.
to shit, bro. Like I could barely get into shows, bro. Like, I don't.
Oh,
I
really?
feel you.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
Attention span thing, you think?
well, I don't know because I can watch an
Probably-
NBA game and the football. I
Sure,
can watch
probably
multiple
could be
NBA
also-
games
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, so I think it doesn't pique my interest. If it doesn't pique my interest, I'm just
But
not
there's
gonna do it.
nothing. I mean, obviously, you love sports. You're into movies and shit.
I
feel
guess I don't
there's-
like hearing other people talk about the sport. Sometimes I just like to
Okay.
enjoy the product of it. Like
I
some
get it.
people like to ruin that. You know,
Yeah.
I like. You know who I do like listen to?
Oh,
Oh,
Monty.
shit. This-
Talk about it wrong.
Dallas going
a big
fucking
word.
Dallas.
I like that.
You know who I like listen to? Bill Simmons and Zach Lowe. Because
Yeah.
I feel like they talk so peacefully about the game. Like it's just
It's-
funny similes and
therapeutic
metaphors.
listening to
Yeah,
Zach Lowe.
just
I'm
chop
with you
it
on
up.
that
I
sense.
did
I
not
don't
even
listen to a
like
whole lot of podcasts, but when I do, it's kind of got to be a little more low key.
Yeah, like something I can just be like, oh, that was funny. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Shout the main podcast I listen to outside of this is BDGE
There we go.
for fantasy football content.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to them. I watch their
them too.
content.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'll
And my
put them
most
on.
listened to podcast, it would be Pick a Side. But
Mhm.
on Spotify, I don't listen to Pick a Side because watch the video.
Mhm.
It was the Rights to Ricky Sanchez, the Sixers podcast by Mike and Spike.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to them. They have a good show too.
Okay.
But other than
Club
that,
Club
nothing.
Club 20. What is that called? They got their
Oh
little shoe
yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah.
That
They're-
shit's-
I mean,
that was
I
crazy.
never watched them. I see their clips all the time, and it's
Now I love
hilarious,
just like
but-
Nightcap. I like watching. I like
with, Chad.
the
and-
comedic parts though,
Yeah.
not like the sport. I don't care what they're talking about, but the comedic parts, I love it.
Yeah.
Like when they be talking about like when Shannon Sharp was talking about, I missed the touch and bust. That shit when he say shit like, bro, he's so
when,
funny.
When Ocho Stinker said, "He told me to go deeper," he said, "I had no more."
And they hilarious, bro. Like when they just talk regular, that shit cool. Yo, but pick a side. Let's talk about the show. What we got, Joel?
So we got NBA All-Star selections, East and West. We're going to predict who's going to make the NBA All-Star game. And we can start with the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference, I'll just let you guys know what mine are. I have Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham.
What if we did starters and reserves? That's what I did.
Oh, yeah, I just wrote down all my 12, my whole 12.
I put down
Okay.
12, but
I
I'm
just
good
did my
either.
whole
Okay,
12.
I'm not
okay,
either.
okay.
Yeah.
But because
So,
I
go
didn't do
ahead.
the starters, I had Maxey, Brunson, Giddey, Mitchell, Cade, Jalen Brown, Scotty, Franz, Giannis, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, and Karl Anthony Towns. My notable snubs were Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, Michael Porter Jr., Bam Adebayo, Evan Mobley, and Brandon Ingram.
Okay. John, who you got?
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll wait till the listener over. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Did
my-
you have did you say Giannis? Is he
Yes.
just because injured? Okay.
He's out what? 4 weeks? 4 to 6 weeks? 2 to 4 weeks? Something like that.
Okay, so my list, there's 10 players that to me are stamped. Starting with the backcourt, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, now we're in the forwards, Jalen Johnson, Franz, Brandon Ingram. My last two spots in the 10, Scotty Barnes and Giannis. My 11th spot would go to Karl Anthony Towns. There's a few different names for the 12th spot, but I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys got.
I'm just making sure. Did I have 12? 1, 2, 3.
Is Jalen Duren there?
Not going to lie, Jalen Duren at 12th.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I had basically the same as you. So I did starters and bench. It was hard to choose starters, especially the backcourt. But I had Cade and Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brown, Giannis, and Jalen Duren. Bench, I would have had Brunson, Maxey, Cat, Jalen Johnson, Brandon Ingram, Franz. And that 12 spot was tough. You had Norm Powell. I think Bam's in consideration. Scotty. I had Bam here, but now that I'm second guessing it,
Kind of got to be Scotty.
Yeah, I don't know. Brandon Ingram has been awesome for him too, especially late game situation. I feel like he's been their go-to guy.
Scotty's been their most consistent, I feel like.
Yeah.
You got Giddey on your team?
Yeah, Giddey I didn't have on my team.
What's wrong
Giddey
with
was just
Josh
up for me.
Giddey?
The Bulls are just falling off.
Yeah, but he's
It's the
averaging
most
20.
efficient season.
He's averaging
59%
20,
true shooting,
22, 10, and 9.
Nearly 40% from three and decent volume.
So who did you have off that you didn't have Cat?
I did have Cat.
You
I
did
didn't.
have Cat.
I didn't
I
have
had
Norman
Bam
Powell.
off. I had Bam off because he only played 16 games.
Because my argument for Giddey over Norman Powell is that Norman Powell, he's just scoring, and that's
Yeah.
great. But it's 25, no rebounding, no assists. That's what he does. Pascal Siakam, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. He's playing well, but I think Josh Giddey's playing just as good as him. Bam Adebayo, the Heat have turned around, and he's been good on both sides. His efficiency offensively hasn't been the best, but we know how great of a defender he is. Evan Mobley, maybe it's just expectations.
Let me not say regressed.
I've just felt a little bit underwhelmed. I know as of recently he's picking it up, but Brandon Ingram is a great shout. It was really between him or Scotty who was going to make it for me.
So
Why
like,
do I feel like
let me ask you a question.
you had Franz?
I did have Franz Wagner.
Franz, no Siakam.
No Siakam.
So
They're just the one of the worst teams in basketball.
So is Giddey getting the Siakam bump because they have like 4 more wins?
I think Josh Giddey's played just as well as him and they're winning more. Yeah, I think that's it. But I also think Josh Giddey's just playing better than him.
It's close. Siakam's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's tough. The Pacers' start was just so fucking terrible. They've won some games recently, but they started off like
They have
20
point guards
14.
now. They basically didn't have a point guard to start the season.
Yeah,
You know, they didn't. And I just think that in the Eastern Conference, it's pretty locked and loaded.
I can't believe we came back.
Giddey is the only player that you could sub him out for somebody else, but outside of that, Duran and Cat, Giannis and Jalen Johnson, Brown, Scotty, Franz, Cade Mitchell, Maxey Brunson, those are all locked in.
The 2 players I was torn on for the 12th spot was Josh Giddey and Jalen Duran. Because I think Giddey's kind of been underappreciated because the Bulls are 22nd in offensive rating. They're under 500 now, but it's been his best season by far. It's his most efficient. He's averaging damn near triple-double. And he's the engine of an offense still is top 10 in points per game. So I felt like when we talk about Chicago and the first half of the year is a little bit of a different tune, I feel like Giddey's having an all-star caliber season. And I feel like you can make a case for him over Jalen Duran.
they're top 10 in points per game and 22nd, and
Yes.
I could just play high pace.
Yes, because their pace.
That makes sense.
The
I feel like
Western
you don't see that
Conference,
much of a difference.
I had SGA, Luka, Steph, De'Aaron Fox.
Fox
6-2 without Wemby.
7-2 now. They beat
7-2.
Orlando. De'Aaron Fox has been exceptional. Anthony Edwards, Austin Reaves, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Danny Advia. And then for my centers, I had Jokic, Wemby, and Şengün. We'll see what happens with the game minimum. Maybe Wemby doesn't make it on here because of that.
Is he eligible for MVP still or in general?
Who? Wemby?
He would have to play 65 games or more.
He's missed some time.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. He's gonna have to obviously be healthy the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But I think this is pretty much locked and loaded because I look at my honorable mentions. Like Kawhi Leonard's having an insane year. He's really good.
He's still really good, yeah.
He's missed some games.
He's probably still an all-star.
James Harden, I think, has played a little bit better than him. Lauri Markkanen, he's averaging a ton of points, but he's on a bad team.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, he's playing
been awesome.
He's playing amazing, and he's been one of the most efficient players in basketball.
If we was winning a little more, we could have got him on there.
Yeah.
And then Dennis Julius Randle, I feel like his season has gone underappreciated. Minnesota's winning, and he's been consistent the entire year. Edwards' scoring has upticked recently, and he's averaging 30, but Julius Randle has been
the other night.
consistent every night. And then the Suns, I feel like they need some credit here.
Yeah.
Listen, Devin Booker
He said some
is
awesome
awesome.
short form.
Yeah, we won't repeat what he said.
I'll say it again.
Don't repeat it.
If I had to, right now where we stand, if I had to pick one Phoenix Sun to make the All-Star game, I would lean Dillon Brooks over Devin Booker. Dillon Brooks has been more impactful than Devin Booker this season. He has.
This season
been.
or just the last 10 games?
Yeah.
Well, the last 10 games
Because he hasn't played all season.
Who hasn't played all
Dillon
season?
Brooks. Like when Dillon Brooks was
What do you
out,
mean?
Book was carrying.
When has Dillon Brooks really been out, though?
He was out the first like 10 games of the season, 10, 15 games of the season.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
You want to bet?
They picked
Nah,
up
I'm pretty sure he was out early in the
I
season.
don't think it was 10 games, but he did miss a little bit.
Am I tweaked? I might be tweaked.
No, he's played 16 games this year out of how many
wow.
of the Suns?
He
Oh,
missed their 4th and 9th games.
Okay, so they played. They're 13
If
and
you
9.
didn't watch the Suns' first 4 games and you watched the 10th, you would say he missed the first 10 games.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Dillon Brooks is averaging 22. He's shooting 53% from mid-range. He's been one of the most efficient isolation scorers. He's been a better scorer than Devin Booker over the last 2.5 weeks. Devin Booker has really struggled from the field, and I understand the defensive attention that he gets, but he has been inefficient with his shots. Dillon Brooks has carried a lot of the offensive load.
He's
and defensively, it's not close.
He's carried what?
He's carried most of the offensive load.
I
Dillon
can't say
Brooks.
that when the most double team player on the court is Devin Booker.
Well, I can say that when he's the one that is first in shot attempts and he's averaging 22 points on the team.
Yeah, well, Devin
He's
Booker's the most
25
double team player on the court.
Yeah, I know, but then we talk about defense. Dillon Brooks has been a better defender than him, and
Yeah,
everywhere
he's-
Dillon Brooks goes, defense follows
Yes.
and hustle
Yes.
follows.
I'm glad that you're respecting Dillon Brooks. I just don't agree with your take.
I just think that right now, through this portion of the season, Dillon Brooks has been more impactful than Devin Booker. I'm watching the Phoenix Suns play, and I'm saying more regularly, Dillon Brooks is the heart and soul of this team, is making more of an impact on this team.
I think you could be the heart and soul without being the most impactful. Marcus Smart was the heart and soul of the Celtics. He wasn't the most impactful.
Yeah, but Dillon Brooks is playing at a similar level when you take into account the defense. He's literally turned around their defense, their rebound, and their hustle. All the Suns were 30th in the league last year in combination of hustle stats, deflections, diving for loose balls, rebounding. There was no effort, no energy. I understand Colin Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin being added to the team.
Is one of the more
They've added more hustle players, but Dillon Brooks is the tone setter every night for them. And he's what makes them go. They play as hard as they play right now because Dillon Brooks is setting the tone.
Yeah,
that's impact.
I don't disagree with you.
So
just don't think he's the most impactful player on the team.
First of all, they're a -3 net rating in 400 minutes together. In 300, that says 300 minutes. In 300 minutes, Devin Booker on, Dillon Brooks off, they're plus 11.4 in net rating. In it's only been 57 minutes, but Dillon Brooks on, Devin Booker off, it's plus 26.1. So both of them off, they're a plus 8.1. So
they're both whack.
Well, they're just like Phoenix has just been rolling. You know.
Well, that shows that when Dillon Brooks is on and Booker's off.
Bro, that shit said 57 minutes compared to 300.
Well, I mean,
they were still plus 11 with Booker and Brooks off.
Yeah. Plus 8.
But
plus 8.
I don't know. I have to see the on and off differentials, but I'm pretty sure Brooks is probably at the top of that. He was at the top of that for Houston last year.
He's played he's like in terms of minutes, they haven't played the same amount. So offense, I'll look at defense.
But I think it's at least a conversation, and that's how good Dillon Brooks has been this year.
Grayson Allen's also been incredibly efficient as well in his own right. I think Jordan Ott also deserves credit.
Yes.
You know, for the Suns to come into this year with as little
expectations.
No
expectations.
expectations.
One of the worst teams in basketball.
Yeah, and they've been very competitive and honestly well coached, all things considered.
Can't be doing this without Jalen Green, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
His first good game was
my
fire.
12 All-Stars in the Western Conference would be Luka, Shea, Ant, Austin Reaves, Steph, Devin Booker, Denny, KD, Julius Randle, Lauri Markkanen, Jokic, and Şengün. Wemby only played 12 games, expected to come back in about 2 weeks. Wemby, when he does get back onto the court, will take Lauri Markkanen's spot. But I think, with the All-Star game being in early February, I want to pay credit to some other players playing.
VJ Edgecombe game winner.
Now that y'all had Reeves? Or did I miss?
I did have Reeves.
I think Reeves is stamped in the All-Star game.
I must have missed. I had my starters. I would have had SGA, Curry, cheated, put Luka at forward, KD, and Jokic. On the bench, Ant, Şengün, Wemby. I would have had Devin Booker here, Austin Reaves. I would have Chet here. I don't know if you guys said Chet.
I did not, but
I would have Chet.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're 21-1, you're having a historic season. There's plenty of guys, you mentioned it, that could be here too. But he's their most important defensive player. Offensively too, he's averaging about 19 per game. He's been way more efficient than he was last season. I feel like if you're 21-1, I got to have a second All-Star there. And Denny would have my last spot. The Blazers have cooled off a little bit, but he's still been awesome for them.
So I have a question. Why is Devin Booker in the All-Star game?
Because the Suns are one of, if not the most surprising team in the NBA this season.
He's the best player in a playoff team in the Western Conference. He's been more efficient than Dillon Brooks.
What's his flat numbers?
Over the last 2 weeks, he hasn't been more efficient.
We're not evaluating this in a 2 week sample. We're evaluating this in a 2 week.
Well, Devin Booker's efficiency has been pretty terrible this year.
He's more efficient than Dillon Brooks this season.
From mid-range? Is
you love this mid-range 53%, bro. Like, why is that the end all be all?
Efficiency is everything. It's not just
this is
between you.
I don't think Devin Booker has played at an all-star level this season, at least better than these other players that I do think are more deserving. I don't think Devin Booker has played as good as De'Aaron Fox this year. De'Aaron Fox has played better than him. I don't think Devin Booker has played better than James Harden this year.
It's valid.
They're just
real true shooting. Devin Booker is definitely more efficient. Yeah.
Than Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the real true shooting?
D Book is only like plus 0.5.
Okay.
Dillon Brooks is a negative.
I don't think that he's been better than James Harden. I don't think he's been better than De'Aaron Fox.
Fox been cooking with Wemby out.
I don't think he's been better than Austin Reaves, but I think that's like a pretty obvious one. I don't think he's been better. Like Chet, maybe you probably just get him in there because of the second seed stuff. That's what the first seed stuff. That's what you said, Dels. Has he been playing better than Lauri Markkanen? I don't know.
They're just
he has been playing better than Kawhi Leonard when he's been on the court. Like I think Devin Booker, he's been a little bit underwhelming this year.
Yeah,
I know the team record is great, but it's really been because Colin Gillespie and Mark Williams has been awesome and Jordan Goodwin's been really good. It really hasn't been Devin Booker taking over.
He's
and
not
like,
carrying now.
No,
you hear that?
Absolutely not.
Jordan Goodwin? You hear that?
What?
No, you didn't hear that. Okay.
You're not Jordan Goodwin fan?
Sorry.
Like, I don't know. Like right now where I stand, like Devin Booker I just don't think he's playing at all-star level right now.
I think you make a good
At that
case.
type of level.
You are right. Chet Holmgren should absolutely have an all-star spot over Lauri Markkanen. I think that's a valid point. I also would say, too, that there's a few players in this list that kind of get grandfathered in also because of their role, their responsibility. And if their team is a punch above 500 and a conference as competitive as the Western Conference, you're going to get that nod. Because a lot of the time, this early season variance, when you're looking at a 10 to 22 game sample size, that's prone to rebound to the mean that we've seen over the last 6-7 years because the All-Star game is going to happen in the middle of February.
D-Book first like 12 games, he was on a heater. Like,
I was going to say,
he was tweaking out. Like this wasn't no regular deck. I'm just box score watching, but this wasn't no regular. Like he was 31, 18, 31, 34, 32, 36. These were like double-digit assists too, like 28, 38. Like he was
the last
week or two.
The last 2 weeks he's been pretty mid.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're the Suns, and like John said, your expectation was you're not making the playoffs, you're a bottom 5 seed. We'll see what ends up happening. But
yeah, I'm not.
For a quarter of the season, they're in the playoffs right now.
I'm not saying dudes like Lauri playing better than him, bro.
No, or James Harden. Individually, they're playing better, but the Clippers are the most disappointing team in the league.
But individually he's playing better.
I'm not giving dudes who play in Utah with no expectations or saying they're playing better than him. Like it's just not the same. It's not the same.
If you're just doing straight, just raw
Booker
numbers,
had no expectations in Phoenix this year.
And he's going above and beyond.
Not necessarily.
What you mean?
I think the supporting cast has been the biggest standout in many respects. You've had so many kind of players blossoming. That's a big reason why they're 13-9. But even still, Devin Booker is watching the last 8 years.
If you just watch Devin Booker on the court and Lauri on the court, it's a clear difference of how teams guard either one of them.
Yeah, well, like, their buckets way differently.
It's comfortably clear.
Yeah, but
on what teams game plan
the offense.
Yeah, but I'm saying you knocked Lauri
really
for the expectation things. I don't think the Suns had any expectations.
I'm talking about just the player in general. Like I'm not like teams are walking in like we have to stop Devin Booker. Teams are not walking in to play Utah like, oh shit. Let's stop Lauri Markkanen.
Double Lauri, yeah.
Oh man, let's double Lauri
to Utah in the second.
Let's go in here and stop
Lauri.
Lauri.
Doesn't dominate the ball. He's not a guard, and he's not going to get.
He also
doubled
doesn't
anyway.
pass. Defense is a wash. Like what else does he do to shoot?
The last 12 games for Devin Booker.
He is averaging a very efficient 29 to 30.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't feel
that's gonna drop. That's gonna drop. We know that because he does.
See.
But right now, that's where
that's
he's
gonna
at.
drop to the mean, bro.
But okay, what has dropped is Devin Booker's game. The last 12 games, he's averaging 22 points.
I didn't expect this from you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To judge D-Book on a 12-game sample size.
But because over the last 2 weeks, he really hasn't been that good.
I know, but I'm just thinking big picture.
But I'm just saying, last 12 games, that we're talking about All-Star stuff, last 12 games, he's averaged 22 points, 7 assists, and 4 turnovers. He's shooting 40% from the field and 20% from 3.
Yeah, he hasn't been good the last 2
So
weeks.
we talking about that last 12 games, that's more of a sample size than the beginning heater that he's been on to start the season.
How is the beginning heater?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah, about 8,
7,
9.
8.
9 versus 12, like.
But the 12,
it was 10.
But there's
10 versus 12.
There's more
It's
of
the
a
same
sample
thing.
size of him not playing.
It's basically 50-50.
as great as he's supposed to play.
45-55, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but we're talking about
All-Star.
All-Star appearances. I want you to play great for at least 80% of that.
I think that's fair. Even with that in mind, he's the best offensive player on top 10 offense. On a team that doesn't have a high-end number 2 option.
If you don't want to have on the All-Star team, cool.
He'll get on it
the
eventually.
Dillon Brooks shit, that's the only reason we started this.
That's why I pushed back.
Last 12 games, Dillon Brooks has been more impactful than Devin Booker.
D. Brooks has been a culture setter.
Should I get the last 12 games for Dillon
He's
Brooks?
something that the
I
Suns
don't care.
sorely lacked. But we did this a year ago with Derek White. We've done this a lot of the time with awesome role players who are so good. When they have higher scoring volume, we tend to put them in a tier that they don't belong in.
Hey, man.
And this is an example.
I'm not putting Dillon Brooks in any tier that he doesn't belong in.
Sort of.
I'm not
really.
over
Also
here
playing
saying that
against him.
Dillon Brooks is now going to become a star and be a star forward for years to come. I'm saying this season, the 21 games that Phoenix has played, Dillon Brooks, for more of that, has been more of an impact. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that moving forward it's going to be that way. I expect Devin Booker to be more impactful based off my eyes and what I'm watching, based off his scoring, and based off his defensive intensity, because he is the best defender on the team.
What about the gravity Devin Booker gets?
Yes, and that helps him on offense. And there's no doubt about it.
What about the offensive pass, the playmaking?
Yes, he provides that. But then everything defensively is been Dillon Brooks.
I don't want to say everything, but yeah. He's a tone setter.
And then he's also averaging 22 on the other side of the ball, and he's been efficient, especially
Sort of.
from the mid-range. He's
If
is.
he's
mid-range,
efficient,
he's been-
bro,
You
if
keep
he's
saying mid-range,
efficient,
he
Devin
should-
Booker's efficient.
You keep saying
You can't say that.
Wait, what do you mean?
Devin Booker's literally more
32% from
efficient
three.
than him right
But
now.
I'm saying from the mid-range, that's where Dillon Brooks, most of his shots are coming from.
But just because you're more efficient in the mid-range,
That doesn't
mean
mean
you're
that's
more
actually the
efficient
most
player.
inefficient shot
Nobody's
in basketball.
saying he's a more efficient player. I'm just saying Dillon Brooks this year has been efficient.
Yes,
You
but
said
you're
Devin
shitting on
Booker's
Devin
inefficient.
Booker's efficiency.
Not
while
really
praising
inefficient.
Dillon
Devin
Brooks
Booker
is.
has been inefficient.
If
over the last 12
we're
games.
saying if he's inefficient, so is Dillon Brooks.
over the last 12 games,
You can't.
Devin
You don't
Booker
make it
is
into
shooting
the
40%.
12
So,
games.
so can we not talk about Devin Booker's first 12? You can talk about Dillon Brooks' last 12?
Well, Devin Booker's first 12, you're including some of the bad performances in
Like
there.
two.
Even still, his first 10, whatever. 12 game versus 10 game, like, they both have half the season where one's playing great and one hasn't been.
Dillon Brooks has played phenomenal all year long.
But sure, yes, in the first 10 games, maybe he hasn't been as bad as Booker has in his last whatever. But even still, like, we're not going to look at what Devin Booker brings to this offense night in, night out and just be like, you know what, man, this last 10 games, no, it's just not enough. We don't care what you did for the first 8 and 9. The last 10, you haven't been good enough.
It's
And
Dillon
no,
Brooks
that's
making more
it.
mid-range.
Like, you're just, like, they're the most surprising team in the NBA this season. If you take Dillon Brooks out, if you take
One
Devin
of.
Booker out,
How
it's going
bad
to
do
be
you
a much bigger impact if you lose Devin Booker.
How bad do you think Devin Booker's shooting?
Well, I told you over the last 12 games, he's shooting 40% from the field and 22% from three.
What is he on the season, Riv?
You want true shooting or you want mid range? Do you want me to get
been-
specific?
Just true
slightly
shooting.
True
above
shooting
average
is 59. He's 66
average,
percentile.
yeah.
Devin Booker, Dillon Brooks in his elite stretch, 57 true shooting.
Let's go.
So this is like
Wait,
him
so
at his
Devin
best.
Booker's what, 59%?
Yeah.
And Dillon Brooks is 57%?
Yeah, and this
Yes.
is
Brooks
Devin
is
Booker at
shooting
his worst.
32% from three.
Yeah, that's what's bringing it down. But everywhere else, he's
I'm
been
aware.
really efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that's
But
what
he
I'm saying.
shoots
That's
a
9
big thing.
attempts from
That's
the
a big
three.
thing
He
with an
shoots
off-ball
9
scorer.
threes a game.
That's a
But
big
he's
thing.
shooting just as many mid-range shots.
How many attempts does he have?
Taking what, 16 shots a game? So a little bit less.
If I'm counting, I should add short mid and long mid, right?
Just
all
saying
mid.
the stat.
It's just all
Nine.
mid-range shots.
No, because it gives you a short and long.
Mhm.
It breaks it up for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
look
so
at all
good.
mids. So
He's taking 3 attempts at the rim.
yeah, Dillon Brooks never been a high volume. You know,
When he gets there, he makes
Slash.
it there.
Oh, he had him.
If you
Yeah,
remove
he
the
did.
first 3 games that Dylan Brooks has played this year, so
Must be nice.
it's
Can
a
I remove Devin Booker's last 3?
it's a sample size of 10 games. I mean, number one, does we talking about
Why the hell are we
Devin
removing his
Booker,
games?
first 10 versus his last 12. Devin Booker's last 12 hasn't been efficient. Dylan Brooks, his last 10 games, he's averaging 25 points and shooting 50%
he had
from
these
the
runs
field.
in Memphis all those years ago too. I think it's good that we're paying homage to a great role player, we're respect and kind of contributing a big reason the Suns' success on Dylan Brooks. I just think in an all-star
Well,
discussion.
that's probably the
isn't-
biggest reason why they've turned
I
around.
think he's probably the biggest difference. That being said, I think in an all-star discussion in the Western Conference, there's a lot more names
in an
on the
all-star
short list
discussion,
than
I
Dylan
wouldn't
Brooks.
have neither.
Okay, can we be fair?
I don't think that the last 12 games, if I'm judging,
Yes.
because that's 50%
But
of the
Devin
season.
Booker's first
How many games did Book play?
10 games, 29, 7 and 5,
Yes.
63%
Yes.
true shooting, 54 from the
You have to
two-point line,
use the first 9
44%
games
from the
that
three-point
D-Book
line.
played.
Yes,
Also,
but
I
then-
can't just ignore that.
You don't just ignore that, but then 50% of the other side of that
Oh my.
has been extremely
So can we
underwhelming.
just wait for the next batch of games?
Well,
I think that's fair.
right now, based on where we're at, he wouldn't be an all-star for me because I think De'Aaron Fox has been spectacular since he's gotten into the lineup.
he
That's
just missed
fair.
the start to the season. That's why I didn't have him on.
That's fair.
In the mean and the aggregate, D-Book's still been himself. He's been a little bit less efficient maybe in the recent stretch,
And
but
if we're
he's still
talk-
Devin Book.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. As recent, I feel like he's been timid with his shot selection. He really hasn't been aggressive, and it's been a complaint of a lot of people. He's been missing a lot of his shots, and that's really been the last week before he got hurt. It's just I don't think you can knock Lauri Markkanen for being consistent all year long and then ignore the second half of Devin Booker's games.
Well, no, we're not knocking Lauri about his game. It's just he's on the Utah Jazz.
And I know the Suns are playing better, but
They're in
just
the playoffs.
as an individual performer, I don't think Devin Booker has been better than a lot of the names that are probably snubbed.
Was Lauri an all-star for you?
No, but
Well,
I had
he's
James Harden.
Individually, he's playing as good as anybody. He's averaging
Individually,
28,
he's
29 a game.
He's not playing better than James Harden.
I guess
He's not
sure,
playing
like,
better than
just-
De'Aaron Fox.
yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Fox-
Fox
but Fox has been
Fox
coaching
has
with
only
Wemby
played
out.
13 games. Am I allowed to use Devin Booker's first 13 against his?
But it's the only sample size we have from De'Aaron Fox.
It's also that Wemby.
that's even better. He's without one of the best players in the world. He's carrying a Spurs.
Did
team.
you guys have Wemby on your list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if he's eligible.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, he'll be back on mine. But
no, what I'm
makes
saying
sense.
is it's obviously impressive, but when he comes back, he's not going to put up these gaudy numbers.
When he comes back, he's gonna get easier shots.
Sure, but his efficiency should stay the same or maybe even improve.
Why
but
not?
numbers are
De'Aaron
probably gonna
Fox
go
has
down.
played with other All-Stars and still averaged 27 before.
Yeah, that was a bonus.
Like I don't think
offense.
De'Aaron Fox is gonna go from averaging what he's averaging right now to averaging 20 a night.
What's he at?
No,
What's he at,
De'Aaron
like
Fox is still gonna
27 right now.
He's averaging
he's
not gonna drop.
He's
gonna
at 25. He'll play stay at
De'Aaron
25.
Fox is gonna keep averaging 25 a night because
I
that's
thought he
De'Aaron
was
Fox.
averaging a bit
Didn't
more.
have one.
tell us, what's your list? I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah, I had SGA, Curry, Luka, KD, and Jokic would be my starters. On the bench, I would have Ant, Şengün, Wemby, Booker, Reeves, Chet, and Denny. So I just don't. I don't have Harden just because I think the Clippers have been the most disappointing team. Although he's been great, they've been the most disappointing team. And then I don't have Laurie because again they're on the Jazz and like shout out to you ever averaging 28, but like you're on the Jazz.
We have to remember that the coaches primarily picked the bench. So
Well, I
Should
think
we
James
predict
Harden
the
is. I think James Harden is kind of like a lock for me. I'm gonna
He's
be
a
honest.
clear all-star.
no,
caliber
I'm
player
with you.
right
I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't have an
There's a
issue.
lot of depth in the Western Conference at guard.
I didn't have an issue with
Point
James
guard
Harden.
as deep as it's ever been.
It's not his fault that the Clippers suck ass.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's the one saving grace they've had.
He's
this
been
season.
great individually.
He's the reason they got 4 wins. That's it.
Yeah.
I thought they had 5. Honestly,
No, I guess they have whatever 4 or 5 wins.
15.
You know, it's just they've been disappointed. They leaned into philosophy where they
I
just
don't even
brought in a
think-
ton of vets.
So is Keontae George getting love in here? Since we're just shouting out Utah Jazz players.
Well, I think Keontae
6
George
and
has been
16.
good. I think he's been better than Laurie, so that's why I wouldn't put him in
Keontae's
here.
in my long list.
If you factor in playmaking, I think he has been.
23 and 7. Yeah.
I don't think he's been better than Laurie, so that's why I wouldn't put him in this conversation. But Keontae's playing really well. I think he's in the most improved player
I
discussion.
mean, but you had Norman. You didn't have Norman Powell in because all he did was score.
Well, that's the East. This is the West.
I don't get the
So-
difference.
It's a better conference.
Yeah, but you didn't have Norman Powell in.
I didn't.
But you were saying
I don't
Laurie-
have Laurie in either.
Oh, I thought you had Laurie in.
No.
But you giving Laurie too much credit for just scoring. At least Norman Powell winning.
Yeah, he's on the Heat with Bam Adebayo and
They wouldn't
Andrew
be.
Wiggins.
Bam,
They got-
wasn't an
Bam hasn't been
all-star for you.
playing.
Huh?
Bam has missed a good amount of time.
But Bam has played early in the year and they got hot to start the year. Jaime
That's
Hawkins
fair.
is 6th man of the year candidate.
He's been playing well.
You know, I think that my power forwards is pretty much Kevin Durant and Denny Advia.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. And then at center is Jokic, Wemby, and Alperen Şengün.
Well, you have
just
Harden,
forwards
I
and
got
guards.
Book.
Like Chet Holmgren, he's the one I didn't have on here.
He needs
'cause
to be on.
I was more so like factoring in individual play. He plays for OKC. I mean, we saw last year Chet can miss half the year and they can win 67 games.
And he could play and they could win 75.
Yeah.
He's playing right now and they're 21-1.
Yeah, no, he's been
And they're
ridiculous.
also the best defense relative to the rest of the league.
Like, I'm going to be
arguably
honest.
ever,
If it's
so-
between like the next guy in for me, probably would be Julius Randle or Chet. I think Randle has kind of been better than most of them.
Randall's been great in his own right, but there's a historical precedent to what the Thunder are doing right now that
Yeah.
you need to
You
give
need
the
two.
nod to
Cleveland
Chet.
had
You
2. I
can't-
think they had 3.
You cannot have one
gotta have
all-star when Chet's taken a big step forward, and he's also been healthy. He's as impactful as he is in the best defense we've seen. So there's a lot of elements for his case.
So who doesn't make it in for you? If
In
you
the
have,
Western
if you have,
Conference?
if you have Chet in.
Harden, Fox, because Fox, the game's
Yeah.
played, and then I it's hard to quantify this. I didn't have Bam in. I put in Cat and Durn because Bam's missed
So
a little
West,
bit of
West.
time. I know, but then I'm using that same logic for the West because Wemby's only played 12, 13
Could be
games.
different.
So when Wemby comes back in a few weeks, he'll obviously have 20.
Wemby's a
25
starter
games
if he comes
played.
back. So
Of course, but
You
it's
know?
the fact he's going to miss the next few weeks. D-Book's also going to miss a couple of games here too.
Yeah.
So,
Dylan
how about
Brooks-
Detroit
is Dylan
Not
Brooks
to get
on your
off
All-Star
top-
team?
not to get off
No.
topic, but
What's Dylan Brooks about to do with no book? He's about to kill.
By to
see.
score 26 a
He
night.
better kill.
are they gonna
there
win?
were stretches like
Probably.
this
They
in
have
Memphis where
December-
Brooks would go off for a month for 23.
You've seen this. You've seen this.
Didn't
this
they have a
movie.
winning
ago.
record without
Years ago,
Ja?
Yeah.
They had a winning record without Ja.
Oh, they were amazing without Ja in 2022.
Yeah, they're the best
It was
bench in the
it
league
was like
that
the
year.
Raptors without Kawhi when they won the championship.
The Suns in December have one of the hardest schedules in the NBA.
Here we go, Dylan Brooks.
I don't think that this year
Yeah.
they've beaten a team over 500.
They beat Minnesota.
Minnesota went through a weird
They
stretch
also
too. They
beat,
couldn't beat nobody
San
good,
Antonio.
but they beat Boston.
I
the
think
other night.
that's a stat that NBA.com lied to me about, I guess.
Yeah, they
But
beat
San
Minnesota.
Antonio they beat.
Minnesota might be
No,
the
but
team. I think
before
Minnesota's that
Minnesota,
team.
yeah.
It was Minnesota that beat.
beat Boston though.
Yeah.
So they beat a team. over
But you also
500.
got to take into account, was Minnesota 500 at that point in time? Because maybe that's what it means.
I remember Minnesota not beating nobody over
They
500.
beat the
had
Spurs
a-
twice.
Their schedule was
You know,
like
yeah, they've beat the Lakers. They almost beat the Thunder, a close game. They beat the Spurs
So is
and the
this gonna
Timberwolves,
be-
the Blazers.
LeBron's never missed an All-Star game. The coach is gonna vote him in.
LeBron is washed.
He might. Oh shit.
LeBron is washed.
What's he doing right now?
He
with
might
no
get the
Luka?
he might get the old nigga tax, and I respect it if he do.
And that's fine. I feel like we can openly say that without it being a big
Jesus
deal.
Christ, Austin Reaves has 42.
I mean,
Who
LeBron
they playing?
James, he just
Raptors.
isn't.
Here's the top 4 shooting guard in the game.
At some point, LeBron James was going to fall off.
washed. He's got 6 points, 3 of 15.
This might break his streak of longest, the 10-point.
I mean,
Nah,
against the
there's-
Suns,
there's-
he's going to
he'll
lose
get
the
it.
2.5
streak.
minutes.
He'll force it. Who they playing?
I think we'll get it.
The Raptors.
Who's winning?
It's Raptors up 2.
Well, like, against the Suns,
Reaves is fucking
LeBron
crazy.
barely got hit. He kept his 10-point scoring streak alive.
That's a fact.
He barely kept it alive.
He did just come back though, not too long ago.
He took no
Yeah.
shot attempts at the rim.
I give him some time. He old as
You
hell.
think he's just? I
different-
don't know if he looks washed. Right, I'm just box score watching, but since he's came back, he hasn't been great.
Well, that's
But
what I've been saying since
he's
all
also-
season. If I had Pascal Siakam and LeBron, I'd rather have Pascal Siakam if I had to select. I just don't think that LeBron has that same allure. I know it's LeBron, but just the player that he's
I'm
been.
gonna give him like a couple months to get, because you got to think like this is basically him starting. He's
He
had
didn't have
like
a-
no
he
training
didn't have a
camp,
camp.
no off. Like
And he's 40.
say he was out for a minute.
I give
because
him a
of
month.
this. Yeah,
I give him
I
a
gotta
month.
give LeBron a little bit of time.
Give him a month.
But that's nothing against Siakam. Siakam's fucking awesome in his own right.
But it's just LeBron at this point is unreliable. I think that's the biggest thing
Yeah. I mean,
because of his age, and it's not his fault. But he said it in a interview. He was just saying, you know, when you're old, sometimes you wake up and you got something,
that's why they got Reeves.
and that's what happens. And
well, second half of last year he was relatively healthy. Once he came back from his injury, he was good.
I just feel like LeBron at this point, like it is what it is. He had a great long career. He's gonna go down
Hang it
as
up.
a GOAT, but like at some point we're gonna see him rapidly decline, and it happens for some players like that. Chris Paul last year was not this bad.
No.
Chris Paul last year was whatever. Like he was just like
And now
average.
the Clippers ask him to go home, and he couldn't be a functional backup this
Yeah,
year.
and now he can't even like move up and down the
As
court
guards,
and do
yeah.
anything.
Guards.
Which is hard for. I want him in Denver to ring
Guards
chase.
decay faster than wings,
Yeah.
man. They're small. If you don't got that athleticism, can't do nothing, bro.
So I feel like with LeBron, like I wouldn't be surprised if we're just seeing it happen right now. But you're right, we do got to give him time. It's just been
Yeah.
2 games, but overall, like
Right.
you know, it hasn't looked that good.
Yeah, you gotta give him some grace. It's been two games. He didn't have a training camp. Was hurt all
I
year.
think LeBron has a decent track record again. A little
Yeah,
bit.
he'll come back.
He can
He,
get back
he can
into
shake
it
shit
quickly.
up.
It's tough because the Lakers have a lot of quality role players, but they do not complement Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic the way that they need to be a true contender to me.
You're spitting, John. I
By
mean,
that,
Austin
you mean
Reaves is taking a
play
mantle.
defense.
Do you
Yes.
think Austin Reaves is the best undrafted player of all time?
Of all time, you got Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman. You got a lot of Hall of Famers in there. So
He's on his
no,
way,
but I mean, he's he's easily on the short list now in the top 10 for sure.
Do you think he's the best offensive undrafted player of all time?
I mean, what's the comp here? John Starks,
I don't really know.
Austin
I don't know.
Reaves. Well, yeah, of
I guess-
course.
I
Nas
could say-
Reed. There's really not as many offensively dominant players that are undrafted. Like a lot of these guys, like Bruce Bowen, went to smaller schools,
Udonis Haslem.
defensive
Does that move you?
oriented players. He's actually on the
Fred?
list. How long? Fred VanVleet's another one. Caruso is another great example. A lot of these guys are defense oriented players,
They're
but
hustle guys.
I think you're making a very good point. He will go down as the best undrafted offensive player of all time.
That's
Jeremy
cool.
Lin was undrafted. His stretch.
I think John
phenomenal.
Starks probably had that title until now.
Yeah, no, I think
Let's
Austin
not
Reaves
forget
has been
Dillon.
ridiculous. I did not expect him to be better than Devin Booker this year.
No, nobody did.
I did not expect him to be one of the best shooting guards in the league. There's really not many guards you can name that are better than Austin Reaves or playing
Yeah.
better than him right now.
The answer to your question was Connie Hawkins, but the reason he went undrafted is because of extracurriculars.
Alex Caruso. Offense, though, not Caruso.
Man, he's not touching Ben Wallace.
JJ Barea.
Yeah.
Starks.
Offensively, he clears already though.
and Wallace.
To no one's
cares?
surprise. But yeah, it's 4-time defensive player of the year.
The gap is the same on either side.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
well, it probably favors Ben.
Yeah, I mean the gap on defense is
Yeah.
the same gap on offense. You know.
You saying Ben and Reeves?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
like Ben is.
four-time.
Yeah, it's like
I do have a
Ben has a ring.
That too. That
So what
helps.
is Reeves' contract going to look like?
Somebody's giving him 40.
Well, is he gonna? He's not eligible for like a super max because he's not all NBA or nothing like that.
He can get 35. What Derek White got?
He got like 35.
And
Like that.
and Reeves younger. He can probably get like
Yeah.
30, 35, 40.
Derek White
Is
made
Reeves
the
better than
All-NBA.
Derek White?
He's
Yes.
playing like it right now for
Yeah.
sure.
They're two different players.
But who's better?
But right now, Reeves is playing better for sure.
Yeah.
This is asking what you value in a player, but
But in terms of who the Lakers are,
Who's the spiciest name that you think Austin Reeves is better than, John?
you've been an Austin Reeves
Spiciest?
guy for a minute.
Yeah,
at his position,
Desmond
Kyrie.
Bane?
At his position, Kyrie.
not injured.
Coming off a torn ACL.
Desmond Bane.
Or everything like that. Desmond Bane, well, he's to me in the offseason,
What?
when I was ranking players in the offseason, I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. I had him neck and neck with Tyler Hero in the offseason. And I had Hero slightly above him. This season, Hero missed the start to the season. With the way the Austin is playing, he is to me a better player.
And Hero.
Yeah. We're getting to that point.
What about that's not spicy. Or Desmond Bane?
He is better than Desmond Bane.
Zach LaVine.
And coming to the season, I had him a spot above Bane, probably.
Zach LaVine.
He is better than Levine.
Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, come on. Max, he's to me a top 4 guard in the game.
Trae Young.
Top 4 point guard. Trae Young. We have to wait. We have to wait and see. What was your reaction there?
Riv, that
I
pissed
have
you
no
off,
idea
man?
what your reaction was.
He knows exactly what I'm reacting to. He actually said this shit because he knew it was crazy.
Wait,
What
why?
is
Because
that?
Austin Reeves is better than Kyrie.
Well, he's not better than Kyrie.
He's not?
No.
That's what you're reacting to with what
Yeah.
you said.
Well,
Well, you said
to
what was
me,
the spiciest name? He had the audacity to say Kyrie.
He's a better playmaker. And I think he's a more stable scorer and
No, he's
all
not.
around
No,
than
he's
he is.
not. No, he's not.
Yes. There's a lot more
There's
variance in
not,
Kyrie's
not,
game
a,
in
there's
this
not a
stage.
more stable scorer in the league than Kyrie.
Consistency. I mean, Kyrie in this stage of his career is not the most consistent scorer. He's not driving
Oh,
the same
I
volume.
don't know
necessarily.
about that. Last year he was on a
We've
heater.
seen this. I mean, he was on a heater last
And then
year.
when he was playing with Luca, and obviously Luca got traded, but then when AD was down and he was playing, before he hurt his leg, he was averaging 30 a game, leading them. Like this was him leading them.
He wasn't
Kyrie's
averaging
still
30 for the year, but yes.
No,
to your
not for the
point,
year. I'm saying at
a
that point, yeah,
three-point-
at that stretch,
We're also
yeah.
watching Reeves do that
Yeah.
right now as well.
Well, yeah, him
And
playing
Reeves'
next to
jump shooting
Luca.
has been elite this year.
Kyrie's an elite jump shooter.
And what I'm saying is that Reeves has also
Kyrie's
been an
Kyrie's
elite,
an elite
jump,
jump
shooter.
shooter.
I
Yes,
agree.
yes,
Kyrie's an
yes.
all-time shooter, and he was an all-time shooter last season. My
Kyrie's-
case is that this year we've seen Reeves with his drive game, with his ability to the free-throw line, with his efficiency, and his scoring arsenal being as consistent as it is, along with being an elite distributor at the shooting guard position, as the spiciest name is Kyrie Irving, who he's better than. It's also a little bit unfair, too, because Kyrie's missed a decent amount of time with his torn ACL, and he's an aging player. But with that in mind, I think when you ask me that question, the spiciest name I'm going to give you is Kyrie.
If you want to say going forward,
Who's a
coming
better
off
passer?
ACL at 32.
Who's a better passer?
Reeves. That's it.
That's it. Drive game,
Kyrie.
free throw line.
Ooh, Kyrie's up there.
In this
Reeves
stage of
can
Kyrie's
get. I think Reeves
career-
can get to the line better.
Yeah, and he's also.
Kyrie's an ethical hooper. He don't even.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Kyrie's an ethical hooper.
I'm not going to even insinuate because Kyrie's one of the greatest ball handlers of all time, but I think Reeves' ball handling has been awesome this year too, and it's not to compare him to Kyrie.
I know what you're saying. You're just trying to give Reeves credit. I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Do
His
you
cross
think
is dope.
that
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Luca and Reeves backcourt can be better than the Luca Kyrie backcourt?
That's unfair because I feel like it's team dependent.
Yeah.
Well, they had a roster that was
Built
really
around
well oriented around them, and Nico Harrison shot that into the moon.
Yep. LeBron didn't score 10. It's over.
Good run. Very long run.
LeBron,
To
he
me,
didn't
the
get
answer to
10?
that question is
1,297.
no, because they're
Oh my
perfectly
God.
supported in that point in time. And the Lakers have to do a decent amount of work here to reorient to the supporting cast around them.
But there's no question that you're keeping Reeves if you're the Lakers, right?
Oh, no brainer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
It-
going to build this team around Luca and Reeves.
Because he's also an expiring
Hey,
contract, so you're not going
John,
to move him on expiring.
last year, Kyrie,
Mhm.
50, 42.
42, yeah.
What was the free throw?
Probably 89.
He wasn't getting the free throw line anywhere near as much as
Yeah,
Reeves.
90.
How many free throw attempts a game was Kyrie at?
4.
4. And Reeves is
Reeves
at.
isn't touching 42 from the 3-point line.
Okay.
Like, he's not even getting close to that. With respect to Reeves, I still respect Reeves as a jump shooter for sure.
An exact number for you.
Would you build the Lakers around Reeves and Luca, or would you try to capitalize on
because
Reeves' value right
You have
now?
such a high. I think you make a good point,
at
because his
36.
contract's expiring. It's like if he was in the first year or second year of the deal that he signed, which was like 4 for
Yeah.
60, of course his
You have no
value is gonna be
choice,
so
man.
high.
But also, you
But
can't take a lot of money back because he's not making a ton.
Yes, that's also that's a decent point. I was thinking more so like young assets that are about to boom. To me, you have such a high offensive foundation with those two for the next 5 to 7 years.
See the next Jalen Brunson?
In a way, yeah.
But we
In
haven't
way.
seen a player break out like this.
No one
offensively
anticipated
since
him
Brunson.
to. And Reaves, by the way, he is like a consistent 37% 3-point shooter on the ball.
Yeah,
He's a
I said
good shooter.
36.
Just catch and shoot just really can't do that well.
Yeah.
Him being consistent 36 and Kyrie being a consistent 41, it's a big
It's a
gap.
gap. It's pretty.
It's a seismic gap,
Substantial. You go from an average shooter to
I
an
would say
elite shooter.
that's very similar to the gap in terms of just their overall package. Getting the free throw line. That's huge. Reaves getting the line 9.5, 10 times a game.
But how? Okay, so let
And
me
also, Reaves to me just in the... Because Kyrie is a better shooter, better jump shooter, better perimeter scorer.
Hey,
yes,
Reaves
but
83% at the rim. Nuts.
Reaves finishing, and
That is
also
crazy.
for a player...
Let me see. if
I
it's on
think
good
for the
attempts.
longest time, what's misunderstood about Reaves
It's only 3 attempts.
is just how good he's been
Interception?
getting inside the arc and playing through
Yeah.
traffic.
It's only
That's
3
no-
attempts.
Per game.
Yeah.
I'm never counting on Dallas again.
John.
This
I'm
is
glad I
just-
switched my picks
this
to the
is
line.
just
I don't know
Once
if I
Amon Ra
switched
was
my
healthy,
picks
I
to the
should
lines
have
on
fucking
sleeper.
switched.
John.
This is just pathetic. Like whenever
I saw this coming.
the Cowboys get expectations, you
They're
start
the most-
propping them
They're
up.
the most
I don't
dangerous
think I-
team in the
I don't
NFL.
think
They're
I
the most
switched on
dangerous
Splash.
team in the league.
I'm gonna give you Bell.
They didn't give us belt. Do
They
you know
give
what
you
belt
belt.
actually
They
means?
give you belt.
You do know what belt means?
In the second half, they give you a belt. You didn't score.
That's not belt, bro.
That's
It's a
why
score.
I switched my picks to the lines.
That's a good
Huge.
call.
They're
Once
gonna-
Amon Ra was healthy, I
You
should have
don't want to
switched,
see
man.
them as a 7th. They might not be a fucking 7th
So
seed.
why is
they're
it
probably
why is
cooked
it
now.
why is it
They're
not
probably
belt, Rev? Why is it not belt?
Do you know what belt means?
Yeah.
Belt's
I
like
do.
an ass whipping.
Yeah, it's not a 3-point loss like the
No.
Packers had to the Eagles.
No.
No. It's not belt. Or like any of the matchups they've had to the
No.
Eagles.
The
None of
belt
them
is just we
belt.
beat you 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it's
That's
not belt.
That's a little belty.
Nah.
You lose 3 times in a row. It's got to be something.
The 4th time they're gonna win if they
Fair
do
enough.
play
I
on.
mean,
said
if you
that
keep
the
saying,
third
I was
time.
gonna say, you
You
say
said
it
that
every
the- you
time.
say it
It should be right
eventually.
eventually.
Back to you though, John. Let me ask you a question. Basketball related.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to critique or how am I supposed to value when it comes to, we're talking about Austin Reaves, we're talking about Kyrie Irving, we're talking about the conversation of them as them as scorers. 'Cause I do think inevitably they're both just bona fide scorers. I do think Reaves is a good passer, great passer, but inevitably they're just bona fide offensive players. We don't really care about the defense side. Let's just ignore that. They're both not the best at that, right? So we're valuing, you talk about you like Austin Reaves in between game, how he works in the mid-range game. I feel like Kyrie can do a lot of the same things. I feel like Kyrie has a little bit of the post game. I feel like Kyrie, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm saying everything pre-knee injury. I don't know what he's going to look like before
Yeah,
that.
I agree with you.
But I think he has the post-up game. He has the mirror. He can finish with both hands efficiently. You know, he can get to the rim. My question to you is, wow, this is belt. This right here is belt. My question to you is it fair, because you're saying Austin Reaves' ability to get to the free throw line, that's why what you value a little bit more. But how can I scale that up to somebody of Kyrie who doesn't foul bait? Like, he's one of the players in the league who really doesn't
And
foul
Austin
bait.
Reaves, he'll sell a little bit, you know what I mean?
Kyrie really does not foul bait. Like, so do I really knock him for that? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
So, what I'm partly insinuating is
Mhm.
that before the torn ACL,
Yes.
Kyrie, as he's aged, has gone to the rim and taken less of his volume
Yes,
from
yes,
the
yes,
rim.
yes.
And on a night in, night out basis in the regular season, when you're a 31,
Mm-hmm.
32-year-old guard, we know what Kyrie's capable of. Any given night, he can show that in complete scoring arsenal.
Mhm.
But there's also an element when you age as a guard, you're more prone to prioritizing and depending on that jump
Yes,
shooting.
for sure.
With Kyrie's game, I think we've seen in stretches and even in the finals, and I think there's a criticism of Reaves which is attached to this, which I'm surprised. I think you can mention it against my case, but I think when you're looking at Kyrie's game, just because of the fact he's more jump shooting dependent,
Yes.
there's more variance in his game. With Reaves, even when he's not hitting his shots, which he has been this year, there's still that ability to get to the free throw line, to the rim, and be such the most efficient finisher, arguably at his position, which gives him that foundation.
Mhm.
I think the counter argument against Reaves is not a proven number 2 yet in the postseason. Proven 3, he can be a complimentary player.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this only in the regular season, this elite offensive production, because at this point, he's went beyond as being an elite scorer. He's an elite offensive player in the regular season right now. The question is, can he do this in the postseason?
Do you think he
So I
could
think that's
be?
the criticism.
Do you think he could be number 2 option postseason?
I do believe he can.
Okay.
I do believe he can, but there's always going to be... People had this with Shea 2 years ago, which was a little bit crazier to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I felt like his game is such a clear style.
You
to
always have a question
translate.
until you prove it.
Yes, I think you can make a good case there, but to me, I'm very confident in Reaves because of that, what I mentioned before. I think in the postseason, when the game condenses, you're going to get to the free throw line maybe a little bit less. But with his ball handling, with his ability to get inside, and his finishing, the shooting might be a little bit less, might be a little bit more. It's going to be more variance based, but I think the
Yeah.
inside the arc. I think that's going to be
the
there.
less athletic guys are very jump shot reliant. Steph, Kyrie, all those guys. I get it. So I don't hate it.
You really have to rely on the Lakers to get everything around them right, because
Yep.
I remember which one of you, but the Kyrie and Luka stuff, like the backcourt was elite, but I don't know if they're going to the finals if they don't, make the move for Gafford, they don't draft Derek Lively, they don't make the move for PJ Washington and Derrick Jones and all these other moves that got made around them. So because obviously Kyrie and Luka are substantial offensive players, but defensively they could get picked on. And the fact that they were able to put that much defensive talent around them is the reason why they were able to make that, that finals run. So they could be great offensively, Luka and Reaves, that is. But the Lakers still have a long way to go, I think, roster construction wise, to be like true contenders. They're having a great regular season so far. God damn, good shit. He's back.
He's never left.
But
he never left.
Those hands left for a couple weeks.
They left just against Philly. I swear, he has 8 drops.
Thank you.
6 of them are against Philly. It's literally just the Philly games.
DJ Reed's getting cooked. Hate to see it to be him.
CD Lamb, he's like,
is
come on,
CD.
this nigga's different, man.
It's over 100 yards. Love that.
Nice talk, John.
If I got some color to that, when Kyrie was in Boston and Brooklyn,
You have what?
if I had some color to the commentary.
Oh,
The commentary.
You scared me.
I thought-
Holy
talking about
cow.
Austin Reaves,
Yeah.
Kyrie.
You scared me a little
Okay,
bit.
so when Kyrie was in Brooklyn and Boston, he was taking close 26 to 30% of his shots inside 4 feet. Last 2 years in Dallas, he was at 21 and 22%. When he comes off the injury, I think he'll be a little bit lower than that too. I think
That
you made
makes
a great
sense.
point with the roster construction for the Lakers. It's a gift, but it's also very difficult to build around a backcourt in today's day and age.
Yeah,
But the hardest part is finding that superstar 1A. You got that. I think Reeves is has to prove in the playoffs, but he's showing that you might have your number 2. Finding the role players and the big that can protect the rim is a bit easier.
You need
than
the
everything
perfect
else.
defense around them.
You do.
I love Walker Kessler in LA with him tearing his label.
I don't know if they're ever going to let him
I
go.
was gonna say he's been
He was playing
fucking
well.
John Collins these days.
They don't want to trade him.
Well, John
they ask
Collins,
for too
no.
much.
I'm saying in
Tough.
terms of trade rumor every single year and never getting moved.
I'd love to see John Collins in Atlanta with Trae. I think he'd be a lot more productive there. But
Again?
Again, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
again.
he just got out.
Oh, it's been out of Atlanta for a little bit now.
Are you taking Austin Reaves over Trae Young?
No.
Okay.
But I think
DJ Reed again.
he's made it somewhat of a conversation.
Okay.
I just don't know how much I value Trae Young.
I'm with Joel in the sense I want to see Trae get healthy again, but year by year, he's been a little bit less efficient every single season. Last
Brother,
year,
he
he dealt the Achilles tendonitis,
Yeah.
and that impacted him. It seemed like a little bit. I'm at a point where if I'm going to take Austin Reaves over Kyrie, I would be leaning towards taking him
I
over
think-
Trae.
here's
I
my
think
thing.
it
And
can
Reeves
go
isn't
either
a
way.
complete negative on defense either.
Oh,
Lakers
Lakers
ended up
CD
winning.
came. CD's posturing really bad. After
He's
that
hurt, yeah.
fall.
I mean, yeah, Reeves ain't really a positive on defense. He's just kind of there.
What the
Yeah.
hell? Dude.
I don't know. Some in his hands.
Yeah, no, his limb, his arms just kind of looked a little weird.
That was,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, him posturing after a very brutal fall on his head.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what
He
it
almost made
seems
a
like.
crazy catch.
Oh.
It didn't.
Oh, he hit his head?
I was gonna say it didn't seem like he had too
Either
much.
shoulder or
Oh,
helmet.
look at his fingers.
I'm pretty sure it's posturing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
yep.
no, definitely.
Yep, hit his head.
Damn, that's not good. That's not good.
Damn.
Prayers up
It
to
looks like
CD.
he's-
That's a very scary
Concussion.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also looks like his shoulder though is kind of drooping
It
that
could
over.
be too. Yeah.
My thing with Trae Young is, what do you guys like? He's just. I think he is who he is. He's been who he is for the last 4 or 5 years. Like,
So-
what much more do you expect?
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Between LaMelo, Trae, and Ja, who do you think has the best and worst trade value?
Well, the answer is
Worse
LaMelo
is
Ball.
Ja.
Ja's the least because he's also a player. We talked about this. His game's not going to age well.
Are
Yeah.
we ever going to see Ja Morant be Ja again?
I'm sorry, Riv.
Why do you keep apologizing?
Because like when I was like a big John Morant fan, it was like a thing with us. But like this gotta be real. I think we saw Ja's peak earlier because of his style of play in 22 and 23. But year by year, it's frustrating too because we kind of knew how he needed to evolve his game, and his 3-point shooting when he was playing this year is even worse. He was making 17% of his threes in the small sample we saw. But I think the answer is definitely LaMelo. He's got the most trade value, and he's the one that can benefit from a change of scenery more than any of those other guards.
He's
in the
really
trade
got
block.
them. He's got
He's
more
also
trade
the
value than
youngest.
Trae Young.
Yes.
So you would have LaMelo over Trae and like a trade value
What
ranking?
He's
don't
the tallest.
What don't I see with LaMelo? I've just never been.
He's
in.
6'7". He can
He-
shoot the ball.
Charlotte's the worst
He's the
environment for a
perfect.
player like him to be in. Because
yeah.
all of his deficiencies as a player, shot selection, it's him literally playing like he's just fucking, pardon my French, in a YMCA, taking whatever shots he wants. He's a very good
Yeah.
playmaker at the high field,
Yes,
but his
but
decision making, his processing is in line with a team that lets him do whatever.
I think
he
at
wants
least in the
on
last
court.
couple of years, maybe since Charles Lee, I feel like it has been the case because I've watched this year him get benched in the fourth quarter because we're winning, we're playing well, the offense is flowing, like
there's
obviously
a lot of talent
defensively.
on
I
the
think-
team.
so. They're
much
not just
talent.
letting him like if you're fucking around, you're not going to be out there in the fourth quarter.
I think with Trae, I think there's a level. I think there's here's how I look at it. I think there's like 2-3 levels LaMelo can get to if he changes his destination. I think with Ja, it's maybe one level. It's the obvious if he can just get a reliant mid range. I do think if LaMelo and Ja are in different scenarios, they can up their game. The reason why I look at Trae Young differently is like I feel like he is kind of in a situation. Did
he draws the ball.
Oh,
I
he got
think-
it back though.
Darren Steele.
Wow, I'd be
God.
fucking
Did he
sick.
hand it off to his
Christ.
offensive lineman?
Yeah.
I think
that was a
Tyler
great-
Smith
great
jumped
catch.
on it.
great Austin catch. They needed that too because they're getting belt. I think Trae Young is different just because like I think everything in Atlanta has kind of been what he wanted. Like he wants the ball all the time. He has it. You know, he's had shooters there. He's had lob threats
3D
there.
players now.
Yeah, with LaMelo and Ja, you can say some years it's built for them, some years it's not. I feel like with Trae Young, he's kind of had a roster at least built to his style.
Yes.
Except with the DeJounte Murray situation, but they did try. And he's just, I think everything is him. Like, he takes bad shots. He's so small. His floater game hasn't been as efficient. You know, he can't get to the rim and finish because he is so small. You know, the three-point shot isn't elite. It's not even great. It's a good high clip because, you know, you still have to respect it. And as a playmaker, he's probably a top 4 passer in basketball. But just as a scorer, he's not efficient, and he's very small and little, and you know, his body's brittle.
When you're a small girl like that and you're dealing with Achilles tendonitis the entire last season, when you're arguably one of your biggest traits is your elite first step, I think that's something as a player mentally that affects you a lot. The other thing I think to answer your question, Dallas, is that like Ja and Trae have had systems built around them, but LaMelo Ball never has. There's never been like a structure in place. And I feel like when you're talking about LaMelo, what makes him special is one of the best ball handlers we've seen at 6'8". He's a really good shooter, good passer. And if you put him in like a place, like I think of him playing for Tyronn Lue with like complementary 3-and-D players. Like I think of him being the perfect type of guard to start a team.
So
actually, I don't even know I don't know where LaMelo
I just
think
think
it's-
what's difficult with Trae is at what point does the playmaking that he provides and the scoring upside that he provides, it is just negated by him being the worst defender in basketball, one of the most inefficient players for his position, and the volatility in his scoring. And also the fact that he has to dominate the ball. Because now in Atlanta, Jalen Johnson is taking a big leap.
It's not similar stuff with LaMelo.
I just feel like LaMelo is not a defensive liability. Like
He's big, but I mean, I've never seen LaMelo.
It's because his team is always terrible. We
Like,
don't really
they're
know.
playing for nothing every year.
Like I think LaMelo, he
But we
has
can't
similar
keep giving
question
that
marks.
excuse.
But LaMelo got
5 years in.
Well, I talked about this 6 years in, had one win season.
LaMelo has the size. Like Trae Young, there's nothing he can do
That's the
about
benefit.
it.
He's young.
Trae,
He's
Trae
the
doesn't
youngest.
have the size,
He's the youngest out the bunch.
and that's it. That's why, like with Trae, I don't know. I'm starting to get to the point where it doesn't really even matter about the other stuff that he provides when he's just this much of a negative.
And he's had coaches.
In these other areas.
Like he had Quinn Snyder. Ja had Jenkins. LaMelo has yet to have a coach that can really push him to be that. So I think you give him the grit. Plus, also, he's younger. And even like, I'm not saying this is an excuse, but even him coming out of high school and that whole circus that it was, then going to Charlotte, it just wasn't good for him. Like his mentality. Then the whole LeVar Ball stuff. Like
I'll say
needs.
this.
It's
he
always
needs,
been he's always been like the face of like a brand.
Yeah,
but he could
it's
probably
never been
use,
just
like, a little
about
more
basketball.
discipline. Yes,
It's
yeah.
never been just
Is it
about
ever going
basketball.
to be just about basketball?
If he
Well,
goes
I'm not
somewhere
sure.
else,
I'm
maybe.
really not
Well,
sure
like,
because he seems content. In
He's
Charlotte.
gonna go to the Clippers in LA and just gonna be about
I
basketball.
don't think he needs to go to the
Miami,
Clippers.
Yeah.
That shit is a
But
shit
I don't
show
know,
right now.
it's tough with
It is a
LaMelo
shit
because I
show.
feel like I get it. LaMelo, especially, he's 6 years in, but he's still a young player. The talent is there, but for me, if it's like he just need to find a situation that's perfect around him.
Take him
like,
out the country.
at some point, it's like, can LaMelo
Toronto.
just like, bro, you're not 20 anymore. Like at some point, it's like, is LaMelo gonna look himself in the mirror and be like, can I step up and change myself, or do I need everything else around me? I'm not saying Charlotte is far from perfect. It is literally one of the worst situations to be in. I'm not saying like LaMelo should be carrying this team to the ECF or anything. But I don't know. I just feel like for as talented as he is, I watch him, or lack thereof, when I see him getting benched when he's the most talented player on the team. And I'm like, there's something more here than just, it's not coaching the team.
I do agree with you. I do think there's some wiring there. And that's kind of part of his issue. I think that's why it's even more important that he's in that environment. I would say we made this on a short form content video. Him and Brooklyn would be perfect with Jordi Fernandez in that scheme, especially if they land a player like Darren Peterson, who to me is spectacular. and you're building a backcourt those two for the future, and they have Michael Porter Jr. I think that'd be perfect for LaMelo.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. has been ridiculous.
We'll see.
I think that Michael Porter Jr. is
like the prototypical
not getting enough
like two guards. So
praise for what he's doing in Brooklyn.
You love empty stats.
They're not empty.
Michael Porter Jr. is the first player to leave the
really
Jokic-oriented Nuggets and actually
Are they
not
empty
fall.
because they're losing?
That's actually the literal definition of empty stats.
So KD had empty stats last year.
Yes.
Devin Booker had empty stats last year.
Yes. We didn't care. Did we care? They were
There's
already
a difference
proven, though.
between caring and if it's empty.
Well,
I think
first of all, those are terrible because both of them are proven anyways.
Michael Porter Jr., his skill set is what's impressive.
His skill set has always been there.
Yes, and
The-
now
it's
with
just
more
the-
opportunity,
It's just
he's showing out.
we know what he is.
A lot of the time, you see these players go to a situation where they have the
We
keys
saw
handed to
Jeremy
them, and he's been
Grant
efficient.
go to Portland, and he was starting to put up
Yeah.
20 a
But
game.
what I'm saying is that
MPJ
efficiency
is better than him,
matters
though.
when you're talking about these players
MPJ
in
is
a
better
bad
than him, though.
situation.
I mean, yeah, sure. We've seen Miles Bridges in Charlotte. He can average 22 a game. Like, you can
He's
do it.
just another guy.
I mean, they're not empty though, because Michael Porter Jr. not to the same degree, but he's also proven that his regular season production is not empty. He's been a part of winning
No, yes,
organizations
yes,
and
yes,
teams.
yes.
He was also an ultimate team player in Denver's playoff
Yes,
runs, playing
100%.
through really big injuries. Not saying they're impounding when he's getting benched to Bruce Brown and coming back and doing all the little things so well. I think
And he's had big moments in the playoffs.
in Brooklyn, he's been efficient, and that's why it's kind of nice to see him playing as well as he had. It's not him just kind of like a good example. This is like D'Angelo
CD
Russell
rolled
over
out.
the years in a crap situation where you go somewhere, you have the keys handed to you, and you're just messing around, not being
like,
very
I'm not
productive or
viewing Michael
efficient.
Porter Jr. if I'm the Nets as a player that, we can't win with him. I think you can win with him if you build around the
Who?
team. Just Michael Porter Jr. He could be a part of a winning
He's your
team.
fourth?
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah.
Even, I think he
Third,
can
maybe.
be your second, third scoring option. Michael Porter
Oh,
Jr.
for sure.
is really talented.
He's your fourth best player in Denver. We saw
Bro,
that.
third.
He was his third in Denver. He was
he
was
was
a
third.
champion.
Aaron Gordon was more impactful in those
Yeah,
teams.
yeah,
Yes,
but
he
it was just
offensive
scoring
more,
He was the
option.
third option.
Yes.
I think it's impressive too. He's the first player we've seen.
I can't even call him the
leave-
third option.
Okay, he's the first player to leave Denver and get better after leaving Jokic.
What did he get better at?
Well, he's been a lot more productive and he's been just as efficient after leaving.
He's
What do you
been
get
more of
better
a
at?
willing passer
That
in Brooklyn.
He actually has been a better playmaker and distributor, but that's also because I think
has
he's kind of
been,
had the keys handed to him.
He's been better off the bounce.
He's been healthier.
He's had
Yes.
to take more shots off the
I'm
bounce.
saying he's gotten better, Roof, because of the fact he just hasn't fallen off and he's been just as efficient. Like that to me is impressive.
Okay.
You're
He's
going from
averaging
playing with the
26
best
a night.
offensive player we've seen in our
He's always been
lifetimes.
efficient, though, John.
Yeah, but when you're playing with the best offensive player in our lifetimes, that simplifies the game so much. And now that you don't have that, and your next best player on the floor with you,
Yeah. No,
is I couldn't tell you. who
I'd
the
argue
best player
that
in
actually
is
probably
without
helped
Cam
him.
Thomas.
That actually probably helped him
Yeah.
get play it this way.
Yeah, but
Freedom,
I would
yeah.
say when you have that much, like when you go from being a third to the one, and you don't have someone setting you up and opening up the game and relieving pressure and finding you with the passes that Nikola Jokic can't hit his teammates with.
Oh my god.
It's
It's not that hard, bro.
Well, I don't think
Nikola
it's
Jokic
surprising.
makes certain reads that very few NBA
No, I'm
players
with. It's
can.
just it's not that hard when you're going to a losing team. I'm just sorry.
I agree with you.
Not that
but
hard at what?
Efficiency is
Like
part
to
of
go
the,
from-
part of the pie.
No. Let me say this: the efficiency, awesome. He's always been efficient. He's always been relatively efficient. The efficiency to keep that consistency up while taking that many shots, incredible. He's always been a great shooter. Do I think he's 28 points per game good? No, I don't.
Well, the fact that he can maintain his efficiency while being the number one scoring option, I think is
Seeing
is
Mikal Bridges do it.
impressive. Well, Mikal Bridges is a really good player. He's an efficient player. And I think
He's
that
solid.
Mikal Bridges in the Knicks offense should get more touches. I mean, he was the
He had a
best.
great game against
he was the
Boston.
best offensive player against the Celtics. And then,
for the next time.
yeah. Against the Celtics, he was
Yeah,
the best
because
offensive
Jalen
player
Brown,
that night. Yeah. So I think Mikal can use more touches.
Yeah.
But
I just
Michael
don't see-
Porter Jr. has the skill set. I feel
What's-
like he's really talented.
What's the difference between what we used to say about Bradley Beal and what these guys are doing now?
Well, Michael Porter Jr. has impacted winning.
I was gonna say you've seen Michael Porter.
No, I'm
go
talking
for
about
I
like
think
I'm
Bradley
talking-
Beal
Bradley
has as
Beal was
well.
impacting and winning before all them 30-point game.
with the Wizards.
And
But
we used
I
to
don't
call
they
it
were-
empty stats.
No, but MPJ on Denver won a championship.
No, I mean I can't. I'm not gonna get mad because he didn't win a championship with Washington.
No,
and
I
John
know,
Wall.
but
you know
I'm
what saying?
saying that MPJ has shown that he could go into first,
So
second,
let me
third
ask you.
finals.
So
and
Rick,
produce.
what MPJ is doing is not impressive at all.
Didn't say that.
Well, that
it's
empty
a little
empty
foul.
stats gives the connotation that that's what is being said.
No,
when somebody's averaging 26, or in Lori's case, almost 30, and you're just saying those are empty stats.
They are.
You're saying who cares? Who cares about what they're doing?
It is true.
It doesn't matter.
We don't care.
So it's not impressive that he's doing
Empty
that.
stats is something that can't translate into a winning environment. Kelly Oubre could average 20 points per game on 7 different teams. And when he's in Philadelphia, that's not going to be what they're asking him to do. He's going to be a glue guy.
Michael Porter Jr.
I
is a
would
glue
say
guy.
Kelly Oubre in Charlotte was empty stats.
Michael
We
Porter
see him
Jr.
evolve
being a
into
glue
guy.
guy
Into a
behind,
a
but
glue
behind,
guy.
He's more than a glue guy.
behind-
That's not Michael
Behind-
Oubre's DNA.
behind
Michael
Jokic
Porter.
and Jamal
He's not a glue
Murray.
guy.
Philly Oubre is a glue
MPJ
guy.
averaged 18 points per game
Wait, MPJ's
consistently
not.
for years.
Wait, I'm
That's not-
thinking glue guy is just like the third, fourth guy. That's what I'm thinking.
Glue
That's what I'm
guy
thinking.
is a like.
I just all
It's
I'm
like
like.
a PJ Tucker.
I'm just
like-
thinking
I'm
a cog in the
thinking-
rotation, in the key starting five. That's all I'm
I think
thinking.
of a glue guy more down the rotation.
Okay,
Glue,
okay, we can change that up. I mean, if you think that 28 means something, by all means.
Michael
glue
Porter,
guy?
Michael Porter Jr. role player for the Nuggets. He played his role.
Would Aaron Gordon not be considered the glue guy for you guys last year?
A glue guy to me though is
He was
also,
the third best player
Glue
last
guy
year.
is also like you're doing little things. You're
Someone
not,
who's
you're not
limited.
scoring a lot,
Someone
but
who's
you go
often
beyond the
limited.
stat sheet.
Stars can be glue guys.
Like who?
Yes,
Jimmy
Draymond.
Butler's a glue guy.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some
But,
scrappy
Riv, you're
dudes.
making a good
But I
case.
think that doesn't describe MPJ is the point.
Okay.
Most glue guys are limited offensive players who have like a specialty, like
I
a Jared
agree with
Vanderbilt's a
Wait, but
glue guy.
MPJ, for not saying he may not, for you guys, they did limit what he did on offense. And he did have glue moments where they asked him to rebound. He did that.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him to defend. He did that. So,
Yeah.
yes, he was a glue guy
Yeah.
for parts of your run. It's a fact.
Yes, but like his DNA is still.
We're just changing the tone up now
Yeah.
because he's averaging 28
But I
for the
think
4-win Brooklyn
now
Nets.
he.
No. He was always a shooter and offensive oriented player on Denver.
He's an
He was
offensive.
always a
player.
limited offensive
I think
player.
you're making the case when he is rebounding. He's a very good rebounder. When he's, and I said this when they traded for Cam Johnson, like he's a better rebounder.
Yes.
He's arguably a better
He's
defender
taller
than
too.
Cam
He's much
Johnson.
physical, stuff like
He
that.
becomes more of a well-rounded player when he's doing those things, and a complete player, arguably, when he's also being as efficient as he is
I
offensively.
just don't think it's that surprising. Like MPJ, I mean, at the very least in Brooklyn right now, he's proven that he's a high end starter. Like a high,
Oh, we
he
knew
was
that,
that in
though.
Denver.
We knew
but
that.
now
It was
he's
the
flashing.
contract.
He's flashing like borderline all star potential.
Oh my God.
And I think that's where it is.
We're just making things up.
I'm not.
What's
Just
Joel
watch
making
the
up?
game.
Oh,
We're just. Oh no.
Dallas is in this, man. Dallas is
God.
right in this.
What's Stroll making up about that?
He's not flashing all-star potential.
Why is he not?
Because if he goes to a team, they're going to limit his role again. He's going to be the same person he was in
If he
Denver.
goes to a team that features the best player in the
sorry,
world and an all star player, sure, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's what. Who else is going to trade
But
for him?
what if the Nets they draft a
listening.
highly touted player
Yeah.
this upcoming draft and they start becoming competitive? He's going to be a major part of that, if not like the second most important piece of that. If they make a play and push and like barely make the playoffs, I think that he can do that.
Would you not argue that if they draft a high level guy, if they do, like let's say they draft a high level guy, if they happen to get into the play-in, let's just be all the way serious. The guy they drafted is probably OD that year.
Not if MPJ's averaging 26 a night.
They have 4 wins.
Yeah, they need a lot.
Yeah,
They need a
because
lot from that
outside
rookie.
of MPJ, they don't have nothing.
Well, they're going to need a lot more than just a
You're
rookie.
proving
But
my point.
MPJ's not. He's not just shooting inefficiently. He's maintaining his
you got that.
efficiency.
He's been efficient.
But he's always
Like
been.
But he's showing
efficient.
right now he can be
Yes,
a
yes.
go-to offensive option.
Oh,
For a
I,
bad
I'm not.
team, yeah.
For a
I'm
bad
not.
team,
I'm
yes.
not. I'm not saying MPJ can be he's one of the 10 best go-to offensive options.
no.
But if Denny Avia can be an all-star, why can't Michael Porter Jr. be an all-star?
Denny Avdia is better.
He's more of an all-around game.
He's better.
He's not a better shooter and scorer. I think Denny
He's been
Avdia.
shooting that thing
Denny
well, though.
Avia gets
he's
to
been
the
shooting
line much better. I
He's
think
also a better ball handler.
Denny
He's better in transition.
Avdia's strength is getting to the foul line. I feel like that's his biggest
Well,
strength.
he's better in
But
transition.
even
He's a
Lauri
better ball
Markkinen made
handler.
an All-Star game. If Lauri Markkinen made an All-Star game, why can't Michael
I
Porter
think
Jr.
that's
make an All-Star
really
game?
the case.
That's fair.
That's the case.
You can get one sneak-ins.
Yeah.
But if Lauri's playing like this, who would you put in? You can't have.
Well,
you can't,
Lauri's-
you can't
I
have
think-
two sneakies.
Yeah, but
you gotta
okay,
have just one.
I think Lauri's playing
You
better.
always
But
count
the
injuries.
point is that Michael Porter Jr. is flashing star potential, and I don't think that that's surprising because coming out of the draft, he was supposed to be a star.
Yeah, that was 7 years ago.
Yes, but the potential has never left. In moments when
I can't
he's
say
had
that
a
'cause he's
bigger
showing that in
role
Brooklyn,
on
I'm sorry.
Denver, he's had moments where he's averaged 24, 25 points per
What do you
game
mean? What do you mean
in
by
large
flashing star
stretches.
potential?
Yeah,
Like he could be
I'm
second best
confused with
player.
that.
Like he could
Yeah,
average
Flashing
25
borderline, he's a
and-
borderline all-star.
No,
you told me Derek White was an all-star.
It's
No?
a star potential
Okay,
or not.
if Derek White can be an all-star, I think Michael Porter Jr. could be an all-star too.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference. I don't think Derek
No.
White ever flashed star potential. He was just playing
No,
all-star level.
he was just
he was great in his role.
Yes,
What
literally
is
that.
star potential to you? Is it one of the best players in the planet?
No, I just think star potential. I'm thinking someone either has their team or is like a true number 2 on their team and is carrying a
Flash
load.
and star potential, I think you're playing like a borderline all-star. Michael
Nah,
Porter
it
Jr.
can't be that.
Right now, Michael Porter Jr. is playing like an all-star.
Riv, you also
That's
did
what he's
call
doing.
Michael Porter Jr. the third option on a championship team.
I
That's an
think is
all-star
still
usually.
what he
More
is.
often than not, that's all-star. More
Yeah.
often than
I
not.
think he could, but I never said he couldn't be that.
But I
Especially
don't
if he's in
think-
the East now
I
opposed
don't
to
think
the West.
I don't view MPJ
But
as any different.
John, you can.
That's fine. No, I don't disagree
Like
with
he's
you.
don't.
hooping on a bad team, and I think he can continue to do this. But I think like ideally MPJ is what he was for Denver, where he's a number 3 option.
He has a larger role now, so with him being more productive, he's gonna have a more
it's-
appealing.
and that doesn't mean it's not impressive.
I mean,
Like,
listen,
I didn't think he was going to average whatever 20.
I
games.
dis-
Brooklyn's
I
going to be able to
disagree.
scapegoat and grab 4 picks again for him because of what he's doing.
I
Credit to
that
Brooklyn.
plan went to shit.
I disagree with
Danny
this
Wilson playing well,
assessment
but-
because we have to understand the way MPJ was talked about when he got traded out of Denver. And I
he was
even
talked
contributed in this conversation. We all thought Cam Johnson was a better player than Michael Porter Jr. when
Better fit.
MPJ got
Better
traded.
fit.
Better fit.
But for
Better
the most
fit.
part, people thought that he was also, you got the better player also in the deal. That's what people thought.
But what
right?
was Cam? Wait,
The reason
watch
the
this.
Nuggets-
Stop. What was Cam doing in Brooklyn?
He averaged 18.
What was he doing?
Yeah,
wasn't
What-
doing this, yeah.
what was- he had a stretch where he was putting up 20 to 21 a
That
game.
was like
And people were like, yo, trade 4 first-round picks for him. Trade the house for him.
Yeah.
Trade the house for him.
But still,
that-
MPJ was averaging
no,
way more.
that's what I'm
He's
saying. Like,
showing
yo,
a lot
in
more
Brooklyn, you could really
upside.
get that
The
vibe.
narrative-
That's how
MPJ
you
is
do
a better
it.
The
player.
narrative around Michael Porter Jr. was, I mean, he's getting a lot of these touches off of Jokic.
It was
we
also
don't
'cause
we
he was
don't
injury
know
prone.
how he's gonna be able to play while being game plan for and not off of somebody else. What he's proven right now is that he can score at a very high level while
knew this,
still being the primary game plan for opposing teams. That's what he's showing. He can play, he can be a focal point, and he doesn't have to rely on playing off of somebody else. That's what he's flashing right now.
For the Nets, though.
Bro, if you think teams are game planning
He still
against the
has to
Nets,
go
God
out
bless
every
your
night
soul.
and
No,
do that,
for
though.
sure. Like, it's hard because what he's doing is impressive, but I also am not going to change my thoughts on MPJ for his 7 years in the league because of 20 games in Brooklyn.
Well, he's flashing star potential right now. He's a young player. I mean, he's what, 26 years old?
I'll check.
26, 27 years old. I mean, he got drafted when he was 19.
Yeah, you're right. He was young when he
He'll
got
be
drafted.
28 next year.
Okay, he's 28. He's right now he's heading into the prime of his career.
Yep, he's
This
going
is
to
where
have
it
a
starts.
Steph like.
Also, the main reason why the
You should
Nuggets
just all see 28-year-olds break out. That's the only thing. Like, 28-year-olds always
He'll be
don't flip
28.
a
I
switch.
think in
and they're
June or
just
July or something like that.
the Nuggets made that trade though to
get
shave
better.
the shave
money.
salary.
Yeah,
it was,
that's-
it was
yeah,
financial.
you're right.
It was a shave
It
salary.
was to
because of his
bring in
contract.
Cam Johnson and a bunch of other players
And
to
MPJ
improve
was
their
banged up
bench.
the previous year. The
Yeah.
shoulder was fucking him up.
Johnson's been banged up more actually. He's missed a lot of time, but I think Johnson's a better fit, even though they haven't fully used him as much as they probably should.
I do think MPJ is the better fit. He just had to.
Good catch.
They just had to bring in more players. But right now, MPJ, he's
been
shooting
hooping.
82% at the rim. He's shooting 43% on all
82%
mid range.
the rim?
Yes,
What's the
96
attempts, brother?
percentile. He's had 67 attempts at the rim this year.
Like 3 a game.
Mid range, 43% on all mid range shots and 39% from three. 40% on non-corner threes. I mean, he's been what, 50, 40, 90 for the Nets?
Something like that.
I think that's very impressive. I think
dope,
that's very
bro.
impressive. Like his contract went from being like a bad contract
Up flag.
to
Yeah.
it's not that bad of a contract. It all depends on where you are. On a contender where you're over the second apron with the contract, it's a bad
How much is
one.
he getting paid?
He's getting paid $40 million a year because the Nuggets paid him off of the potential.
I don't know if that's a steal.
The
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I don't know if it's a steal.
it's his value. I think that's his value.
Maybe.
40
That's his
mil?
value.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
We don't-
especially for the
some
Nets.
40
If he
mil
does
guys.
this, if he does this,
Yeah.
But you're not trading him to do this.
No.
So what's I don't know.
But in today's NBA, $40 million is like a
That's like
on a
OG
championship team. It's a number 3.
That's like OG money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
OG.
how much he got paid.
It's a
I
little
think.
more than Derek White's getting paid.
Yeah, Michael Porter. That's around his value, especially in this current market. He got paid before, but when he got paid off of the star potential that he had because he did have star
Facts.
potential.
Listen,
And I don't feel like none of that went away. He just got more opportunity. That's
yeah.
it.
I mean, sure.
He'd pick up some
That's
yards.
I mean, somebody's gonna trade for him. Whoever trades for him,
or the Nets just keep him and they build around him.
I promise.
By the time he's good, he's gonna be 32.
No troll. They won't build around him. I don't know why you keep saying that.
They could build. He could
Like
be a focal
GMs
point.
get fired for stuff.
He
like
could
that.
he could be a focal point around what they're building.
They are picking
when they're ready to go. How old is MPJ going to be?
Like
31 with the bad back.
That's it. 30. That's it. Like I think
No, you're
MPJ can
trolling.
be a pivotal part of what they're building. Why would you just trade a guy like that?
Because
I wouldn't do it.
I don't think the Nets are close. And if you want to build around him, you have to realize you're a minimum 3 years away.
You don't get closer by trading good
his
players.
contract is due.
But you don't get closer by maybe extending him and paying him into his 30s.
Why?
When he's had back injuries his whole
Why?
career.
But he hasn't had a back injury in a while. He's been healthy.
He wasn't healthy last year. He wasn't healthy last year.
Yeah, they were
last
shoulder.
year,
They're talking about
they
his
played.
back.
But that's something that with time,
he's
he's
still
never
not
gets
healthy,
better.
though.
Why the hell would
He's
the
the
Nets?
goat for playing through that.
Why
shit.
would the
I'm not
Nets
gonna
be
criticize
scratching
him.
themselves about paying MPJ when they're paying nobody on the roster?
That's fair. It's
think
not
they'll
so
probably
much.
pay him.
It's not even so much the money. It's just, I mean, is MPJ like if you start building this team,
Brother.
like he's going to get you just a little bit
Well, no,
better.
he
where
can.
it's-
I think he's a focal point to what they are building.
It's
They are.
he's
Not
a
saying
weird
you
part
build,
of a rebuild.
You build.
He's a
It's not
weird
that you
part of
build
a
a
rebuild.
franchise around
Depth.
MPJ. It's that he's
a piece of
focal
it.
point
They're
of what
going
they're
into
building.
the offseason like we're gonna have a top 3 pick.
Listen.
MPJ, you are playing around him. That's what's gonna happen. That's the truth.
I love MPJ.
That's it.
In a place like Detroit, where you just slot him into Tobias Harris's starting spot, and I think you would.
Yeah,
I think you make him.
we'll
a lot
throw him
better.
Tobias in the
a
first,
lot better,
protected.
a lot better.
Yeah, if MPJ goes to a winner, he'll just showcase that he can win again. He's already been
16
He would be
points
an
a game.
all-star.
He's already
Seven
been a winner.
rebounds.
But if you're the Nets, I mean, you don't get better by trading away good players.
Are
If
the
they
Nets trying to
draft,
get better?
I think they are. They are.
Maybe.
I think you
Are
I
they?
don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're
They
trying
don't
to
have
be bad
10.
for a
They don't
couple
have
years.
5 good players on the roster.
Yeah, but you try to
yeah.
get
They're like
better
4-3,
right now. They're in
I
tank
don't know.
mode. They're trying to get better
Danny Wolf's look good.
by adding
That's what it
players.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
It's a short list.
I mean,
though,
he's
good
their
players.
best player. So yeah, you probably keep him unless someone comes with a king's ransom. But
MPJ, get ready to
ready
Play
to
Detroit.
player. No.
Detroit's not the spot, but I think him replacing Tobias would be crazy.
No. Get ready to learn. Play around that number 1 pick, number 2 pick.
So you
number
think
3
Lauri
pick.
Markkanen is a superior player to MPJ?
Don't
Far
have a-
superior?
Don't have a strong
I think he's
opinion
just, I
on
think
this.
he's
I
just
don't think
better.
so.
Because if you're the Pistons and let's just say the option is between Lauri and MPJ, like who?
I would take
Either.
MPJ. He's cheaper to get. He's not going to cost me 2-3 first round.
And you
picks.
think the gap between both of them as players is similar to the point that
you don't think
Nah,
you'd
MPJ's
rather
gonna be
do
two
that?
first?
You're not trading 2 first for MPJ.
You shouldn't trade 2 first
But his
for Lauri
contract's
either.
also going to be expiring. So when he signs a new deal, depending on what that is,
I think you could get MPJ for 2 first.
but an expiring deal, I'm saying you could probably get him for less.
You probably can get it for less.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, if I'm
I
the
mean,
Nets, then
the Nuggets did trade a first round pick to get off.
that's what
So-
that's true. He was viewed as poor. I don't know.
I
Just
mean,
do the
listen,
deal.
Brooklyn could finesse, Most I give up is like you gotta have Tobias, Ron Holland, and
Brooklyn has not been finessing recently, so I'm not going to give.
You don't think they won the Denver trade?
They
How did
did,
they-
but in the big picture, them using 5 first round picks and having one good player so far is brutal. 2, I like
That could be
Drake
a
Powell.
game.
I like Drake Powell.
Drake Power and
I
Edmonds.
don't think Sean Marks.
So good on Kirk Cousins.
Wait,
I
did
think
they
he's just
lose the
throwing a
Cam
bunch of
Johnson
darts.
trade?
the Nets.
Yeah.
Or
They
the
won
Nuggets?
They won.
No, I thought it was. No, I
thought it was
it's a
even
win-win.
trade.
Yeah,
They both
I
got.
think they. Yeah,
I
first round
definitely
pick
don't
is
think the
big.
Nets were expecting this though out of MPJ.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they
MPJ
care.
was.
We kind of yeah.
This has been
We
like
expected
a
MPJ to
surprise.
be
Yo,
crazy.
you think that?
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
no funny shit. You think the Nets are sitting in their office like, yo, we're fucking ecstatic, bro. MPJ's averaging 30 a game. We have 4 wins.
25.
We have our rookies playing good.
5
They
wins.
don't care. They're more worried about them rookies playing good. They don't care what MPJ is
Oh, I
doing.
think they are ecstatic.
No.
Yeah, MPJ's driving up his
No,
value.
you think Washington was ecstatic when CJ had 40 the other day? No, they're fucking furious.
Well,
if,
Yeah,
if,
no.
if we were managing the Nets and the player we just traded for that nobody thought was anything is averaging
Do not
26.
compare MPJ and CJ McCollum this year, respectfully.
No, so I'm just asking. So if we're the GMs of the Nets and MPJ's producing like this, we're not happy.
We're trading him.
We're
getting the
happy
best-
because he's up.
We're
in his
about
value.
we're up in the value. We're calling.
So I am ecstatic to your point. I'm
no,
ecstatic.
you're not because you don't want to move him.
But I'm ecstatic.
No, you're not. You want to keep him. You're actually upset.
But now you give me the option to where if offers come in, I could do
You've
it.
been
I
had
could
the
not
option.
do it. No, the
you wanted
value.
to, you
the
just
value
told
was
us
different.
build around him.
The value was different. No, I said he can be a pivotal
said
part
that
of
shit.
what they can build.
one
He can
said
be a
that.
pivotal part of what they can build because he's a good player.
one said
You
He is a
said
good player.
You can build with Michael Porter Jr.
You could, and the
For
Nuggets
what?
built
I just
with
think-
him, and they won a championship.
I think the timeline's a little off.
The
I
timeline
think
is
the timeline's a
so
little off.
far,
He's just
bro.
like 3 years too old.
Brooklyn's just like 2 years
I think
too
it's
far.
fine. I think it's fine. Either way, if I'm the Nets, I'm ecstatic. I traded Cam
I'm sure.
Johnson for a better player. I got a first round pick also in
I don't
return.
think they care whether they had Cam or not.
I
They
think
won the
did.
trade. I think most GMs are happy when they win trades.
Yeah, they got the better player in the deal, and they got a future first round pick that's later in Denver's years.
It could be after
and maybe
Jokic's
it's
time,
it's
who knows?
yeah.
I
It's
mean, let's
when
be
they start
honest. Is the
losing.
GM going to be there when the 2031 whatever pick it is?
I mean, why not?
As long as MPJ not
He's
winning
doing a
no
great job
games,
right now
they're
getting
good.
MPJ.
Not really.
What about the rookies?
The Denim pick was God.
Denham has been all
He
right.
can't dribble. He's one of the slowest players in the NBA. I actually like the process. He's a big guard and he has a good attitude, but like the actual traits are not really there.
He's 19 though. He could grow into it.
Yeah.
He could. His
could turn
shooting
into-
form has looked better,
Yeah, he just
and he has
literally
size.
can't
He's a
dribble
passer.
at all.
Yeah, he's just a connective player.
I think he can be
Glue
a
guy,
valuable
some people
player one
say.
day.
all he is
a
a connective player.
Ooh.
Okay.
How are you going to let Jared Goff make
Jared
you miss,
Goff
man?
with a-
That's embarrassing.
We spoke
Well,
about Trae
finesse
Young
from
earlier.
Bro said it. Yegor. Oh man, they drafted 5 bums.
No,
All
no.
right, let me
Respect
say
Drake
4.
Powell and respect Danny Wolf.
I knew. Whoa.
Danny Wolf was the draft pick.
Danny
Was
Wolf.
he? Wasn't he a draft pick? Or he was drafted this year?
This year.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
He was one
I'll
of
put
5.
you on Drake Powell. Don't ever forget that.
Man, you don't even know what number he wears, man.
I don't know anybody's number.
What's Steph's
You
number?
don't even know what
Drake
school he
Powell
went
wears
to.
a weird
There you
number.
He doesn't even know what school he went to,
North
bro.
Carolina.
That's kind of crazy.
He doesn't know where he went to high school, bro.
You don't.
Yeah, I do.
Where?
Montverde.
Did he? I don't know.
I don't know.
You made that up.
No, Trae Young, I think is interesting because the Hawks are going to be in this sweepstake for getting Giannis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Giannis right now, there's really 3 teams that have like the best percentage chance to get him.
Jesus.
It's been the Knicks, the Hawks, and the Spurs. The Knicks feels like the most unrealistic one because of the assets they don't have to trade. Karl Anthony Towns would be the feature in that. I think that a 3-team deal between the Pelicans would have to be what they need to do because the Pelicans own some of the Bucks' first-round picks from the Drew Holiday trade ages ago.
I hated the trade.
The Bucks need those picks back, so they would have to get involved. The Pelicans have been open about wanting to, get whatever they can for Zion. And Joe Dumars, I think, also made a statement that they're going to be looking at a win now move to make up for the fact that they traded away their 2026 first round pick. So this could be
That
another
franchise
desperation
shit out.
move.
No,
but-
I mean, when you got to, double down.
Oh my
When you make a bad decision, you got to double
The
It-
down.
Pelicans be relegated, bro.
But Derek
it-
Queen and Fears, they look.
It does
Oh
feel
my
like,
God.
though, the Hawks have the best package available for the Bucks when you look at the picks they have, because some of the picks they have are also swaps with the Bucks, and because of the young star they have in
And they have
Jalen
the
Johnson. Like, people are basically giving the Bucks trade packages. They're either one of the two. One involves Trae Young and one doesn't. I think if you're the Hawks, if you can get Giannis and keep Jalen Johnson, you're ecstatic at that.
Ooh, they're
But-
redundant.
I don't think the Bucks will accept an offer for Trae Young because Trae Young kind of is what he is. Jalen Johnson is an up-and-coming young player. He has more value. I think if you want to get a Giannis deal done, the Hawks would have to trade Jalen Johnson and possibly even Zachary Ricochet. Like, I think that's how valuable Giannis is. But if Giannis does go to the Hawks, pair-ups with Trae, with Porzingis, with Onyeka, with Dyson Daniels, with Alexander Walker, what do you think the ceiling for that team is?
Well, first of all, I think Giannis and Jalen are redundant. I don't think they make sense on the court together. I think, and I do agree, I think if you have to get Giannis, you have to move Jalen.
Yeah.
Now, depending on if you, the Hawks GM, you have to decide, do I still believe in Trae Young? If I do, I make the deal. If you don't believe in Trae Young, I'd stay clear of the deal. But I do think Trae Young and Giannis is kind of a sexy backcourt just because a sexy duo. I still trying to figure out how to work though, because Trae Young loves the pick and roll. Giannis is still not too fancy of being a pick and roll type of partner. He's not the greatest at setting screens at this point. Giannis is what he is. I think with the Hawks, it's going to be interesting because they do have a little bit of draft capital they could sprinkle around. I do like the Spurs destination. I think Giannis and Wemby would be kind of fire. I tweeted this. I said, if you're the Bucks, you do whatever you can. If you do trade him to the Spurs, get Dillon Harper back in that deal. You need a franchise changer. You need somebody who you can build around, and Dillon Harper would be the perfect get. If you can even grab Stephon Castle in the deal, that'd be cool too. But try to get one of those guys. And you said the other team was the Pels?
The Knicks.
Knicks.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work. Because the point of getting Giannis is to pair him with Cat. So who are you moving to go get Giannis? Because I feel like if you pair Cat and Giannis together, that's kind of fire. But I also think Giannis's defense has kind of declined over the last year or two. So that's going to be interesting to see. Offensive game has been pretty dope, but he's still a big that doesn't stretch the floor. You know, he's a big that's ball handling, still a little up and down. He relies heavily on his athleticism, which means how is he going to age? How is he going to look in the next couple years? And let's be realistic. That Giannis package is nuts. Yeah. And you still have to cater to his game. So you have to bring him in knowing you have to build your entire infrastructure around Giannis. He's that type of player. He's that type of person that brings that type of energy. And I've seen people try to throw OKC in the mix. If I'm OKC, I stay clear of that.
21-1.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't even want to mess up our money situation. And if I'm other teams, I'm thinking about that. And I get it. Giannis is an exceptional player. He's a top 3 player on the planet. That's going to be 60 to 70 to 80 mil you're going to have to give soon enough. And on top of that, you're going to have to give up a ton of draft capital, a ton of trade assets.
You seem uncertain.
Huh?
To make a move.
I think if I'm a team that's nowhere close, or if I'm a team that has to give up too much, I'm not doing it. As great as Giannis is, I just think he's not portable enough. You really have to build everything around him. And on top of that, age, plus he's hurt right now. You know, how is he going to age? His game is just, it's so different. Like, it's not a Jokic where he can shoot the ball from the mid-range. You can put him at the top of the key. He can do dribble handoffs. He's a great passer. It's not a guy like Steph where you can just put him in a bunch of actions, bring him off screens. It's not Kevin Durant where you can just plug him anywhere. No, this is a specific type of player where you have to build around. I don't know if these 3 teams, or Knicks maybe, depends on who they move. But I don't know if these 3 teams are the teams outside of the Spurs that I would do it.
You don't think the Hawks, Trae, Giannis, Porzingis,
I'm not too fond of that.
Dyson, Alexander Walker, how he's playing, and Onyeka, they could make
Their
it out.
Their best center is Onyeka right now. And Onyeka's taking more and more threes to where I honestly think in a way you could play Jalen Johnson at the 3 with Giannis at the 4 and then one of KP or Onyeka at the 5. The name for Giannis, the destination for Giannis that no one's talking about is the Detroit Pistons. Oh, this is a first seed in the Eastern Conference that it's as wide open as they're going to get. You have your first round picks in every single season. And you have some young talent like Ron Holland and Jaden Ivey who's coming off injury. You can't develop all of these players, especially when you're going all in. If you're going to make an all-in move, it's hard to find a player better than Giannis. It's often the trades you don't make. You can make the case that maybe Giannis doesn't fit their timeline perfectly. But why wouldn't you go on a year where Tatum's out, Halliburton's out, Garland in Cleveland is not 100%, and it feels like the only true competitor is the New York Knicks, and then maybe 1 or 2 other teams that are kind of like the Pistons are the next best team.
Like the Heat, bro.
So I look at the state of this conference and I say the Pistons, I don't know how much being a divisional opponent really plays an impact in a trade discussion like this. If I'm the Bucks, I'd rather trade them to the Western Conference, but I think the Pistons are the team that can offer a lot. For the Knicks, you don't have the scratch, and the other 2 squads, I think the fit in Detroit would be great, though, because they can play with the pace that Giannis will thrive with Cade. And I think that would be the Cade and Giannis pairing better than Trae Young and Giannis.
I think really any team in the Eastern Conference should be involved. The Knicks, Pistons, the Heat, if they want to get involved, they're always talking about some superstar because it goes beyond this year. Like, as much, obviously, diehard Celtics fan, I'm not going to pretend like it's just set in stone. They're going to run this conference for the next 10 years, right? I think every single team in the East, it's up for grabs, right? The Knicks have looked a bit underwhelming this season. The Cavs have looked underwhelming. Detroit looks great right now, but this is Detroit's first real year being like at this level of contender. That's a crazy throw, but I don't think you got it. And of course you got Boston way in the wings who have been, I think impressive for what our expectations have been. But even once Tatum gets back, this is a roster that still needs a lot of help. They've been in some rumors for Zubac if he becomes available. They need another big. They need some bench depth, even though their young guys are playing well. So right now the East is just so open that whoever gets Giannis, if he does get traded, you become an instant contender, right? I think even if the Hawks had to move off Jalen Johnson, which is something I wouldn't want to do, but also if you're the Hawks, like, what is this team if you just keep Jalen Johnson and you try to build around him? Like, I know you have some draft picks and some assets that maybe you could turn into something. But if you get Giannis, you get the best player in the conference. And even though the roster would need some work, you would still become one of the favorites to win the conference, which is what you aren't right now. Detroit would speed up the process, depending on what the package has to be. But you're keeping Cade, you're keeping Duren probably. I don't know. I mean, that's someone
they
that
has to trade Duren.
Yeah, because I don't know is Ivy really that well regarded. To me, the trade that makes the most sense is still San Antonio, because if you're Milwaukee, you can get the proven, but like the highly touted prospect in Dillon Harper, plus some draft picks. And if you're giving up Harper, maybe you don't have to give up 5 first round draft picks. Maybe it's only a couple. So that always felt like the team that made the most sense to me. But I mean, it's Giannis. I think every team should be interested. It's just it's asset allocation, because you have to give up everything basically if you're most teams. But when you get him, you become a contender. And I know the last couple of years haven't been great for Milwaukee, but I don't look at that as a Giannis issue. The issue has been his health, number one. Number two, the roster around him has just been terrible, right? Like, you've had the Dame stuff that hasn't been great, but then the role players they put around him, they haven't blossomed like you wanted them to.
Well, the Hawks are the best destination. They have a young star they can trade, and they have the draft capital. They have the 2026 Pelicans first round pick, which could be a highly touted pick. It could be a top 5 pick, and you give that to Milwaukee. It restarts and just supersedes the rebuild, because they have that young star. And I also think that the Bucks, like, I would not want any point guard back in a deal. I think that Ryan Rollins is their point guard for the next couple of years. He is like the modern day like Drew Holiday for them, where he can defend at a high level. He's a good offensive player.
Very good.
He's just really solid. Like, you don't touch that. You don't need to bring in a ball dominant player for that. Like, if you have Jalen Johnson and Ryan Rollins, and then you can draft players around that, I like that direction better for the Bucks than like getting Cat or getting Trae Young.
Well, no, I hated the 3-way trade for the Pelicans. That was something I was. Well,
it benefits the Knicks the most. And I will say this: Knicks fans are gonna hate me for this, but Jalen Brunson is not untouchable in any of these deals. If
that defeats the purpose of making a deal.
Like, you might say that, but it's either Cat gets traded to make the money work, or Brunson in the combination of another player gets traded. For me,
Giannis is 31.
this is how I view the Knicks. If you bring in Giannis and you trade Cat and OG, you have no perimeter stopper.
Cat and OG?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming. Both? I mean, to Cat, I don't think has enough value to hold his own in a deal, to be honest.
OG's making 40, so you don't need to add much. You're just adding like 90 million.
Yeah, but any trade that happens, the Bucks are probably going to package Giannis and Kuzma, because that's the bad contract they have. So
Kuzma back.
For me, I as much as possible, I want to have Giannis and keep OG and Mikal, 2 wing stoppers to give you the ultimate length advantage. That's why I don't think Brunson is like untouchable in these talks.
You have some sort of secondary ball handling.
You do have to have that, but I think Giannis can handle the ball. Like, if
it's like Deuce becomes.
If the dream scenario is between like, do you want to pair up Cat, OG, Mikal, and Giannis, or Brunson, Mikal, OG, and Giannis?
Brunson and Mikal, OG, and Giannis.
Like, I think Brunson's a better player, but from the fit perspective, Giannis fits better with all of those other players because none of them dominate the ball. Like, I think we still have to remember how the Dame tenure ended. They didn't have much depth around those two, but it also was a quirky fit because both of them, they're at their best when they have the basketball. Even though Giannis is this imposing
But Brunson has played with obviously he wasn't the same talent.
So he can drive with it. Yeah. It's just the more I watch the Knicks and the more I watch Brunson and the more I watch Cat, it's just really hard to win a championship when you have 2 defensive liabilities like that. And I think Brunson is even more of a defensive liability because he doesn't have any size. Yeah. You know, looking at the Celtics game, Jaylen Brown was just hunting Jalen Brunson the entire time, rising up over him and getting any shot he wanted. And Brunson, for as much as he provides offensively, he's one of the best offensive players in the world. Can he hold his own defensively? Is he going to give up more points defensively than he scores for you offensively? Because he is that much of a defensive liability to me.
I just don't think there's any world that New York is, if those 2 offers are presented to them by Milwaukee, where they're giving up Jalen Brunson.
Also, if you trade Brunson, you're not winning a championship.
Also, I'm cool on
cut and dry for me.
Detroit should not do it. No, that is not the move. It's Devin Booker or nothing.
Devin Booker.
I will say this,
you pair Devin Booker with Cade. You pair another ball handler on the perimeter. They don't have enough shooting to put around Giannis. Like right now, they don't have enough shooting. You know what I'm saying? So I think you need to bring in another guy who provides the same amount of attention on the perimeter as Cade. If not, if the deal isn't there where you're not giving up too much, you just build how you've built.
Plug in AJ Green in the trade.
And this is why, like with the Knicks, if they
like
trade
AJ
for Giannis, I
Like
think
to-
that
like to
two
Yes.
of the 4 most important players on the Knicks probably have to go.
What about?
Yeah.
I feel like OG, Josh Hart, and
Mikel
somebody
can't
else
get
makes the money
traded.
work.
Mikel can't get traded
Yeah, I know.
until February 1st.
I feel like that should just stay clear of the
before the
deal.
trade
That's
deadline.
not enough.
Nah, no, I'm just trying to think
The
of how
Knicks are
money
not
works.
getting Giannis. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, they're not.
There's the Spurs some more scratch. The
The-
Hawks.
the only way
the
is-
Heat.
Is
Pistons.
Giannis? Does Giannis say like
Yeah.
I'm only going to New York?
If he does, they send him. I think Giannis has garnered that respect
Well,
from
the Bucks have
franchise.
said, it was reported, I should say, is that whatever team Giannis chooses, they're going to
He's
try to
slow.
make the best possible deal with that team.
That's respect.
but
That's it.
I feel like Giannis to give just one team seems kind of crazy.
I think he'll give a top 3. Or he'll say 1.
But
He's
it was
good.
also reported that the Knicks are not an exclusive trade partner with them
Yeah, what's
because
the Knicks have the Bucks won?
Oh,
Damn
nothing.
thing.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
why are we talking
outside
about
of
this?
the
'Cause
wings,
if
but
Giannis,
I'm
if
going to
Giannis
get.
is like that's where I'm going.
If I am going to
but
trade,
it's not the worst thing to
He's
build
under
around a
contract,
28-year-old.
bro.
it's Dylan Harper,
He's
man.
not expiring.
It's Dylan Harper. Like I'm looking
Over
at
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, he's younger. Respect. Like Jalen's nice. I'm not saying Jalen's not nice, but you have a literal walking 6'5" star in San Antonio. He's on a rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Johnson's gonna get paid 30 soon. Like I know they extended him.
Yeah, he has like one of the best contracts. in the league
Yeah,
right now.
I think like Dylan Harper, you're getting this new guy who you can build around. Like I like Jalen Johnson too, and I think the draft picks are appealing in Atlanta. But I like Dylan Harper too, man. I like
could you
Dylan
not?
Harper a lot.
I love Dylan Harper jersey.
Yeah, Giannis. Shout out to Harper.
I'll just come out and say I think Dylan Harper's gonna be better than Jalen Johnson. That's why I'll go get him.
I think he's a
Not mad at that.
Yeah.
superstar. Is a strong word nowadays.
Nah,
but
fuck
I think
it.
he
I
is
think he's
a
gonna be one.
offensive supernova in the making. He reminds me of Harden coming off the bench in Oklahoma City all those years ago. He's gonna slowly get worked in. Once he gets
feel
the
like
keys to an
supernova is
offense,
just
he
as
can be
good,
an
bro.
he can be an all NBA caliber player to me with his offensive pedigree. The thing with Giannis today is a year and a half left in his contract before he has a player option. So
You're not getting the max value for him.
So you want to trade him sooner rather than later because a year from now, when he is actually an expiring,
think so?
when he's a flight risk in a year, if you're the Bucks, you
Yes.
can't afford losing the best player in
If
the franchise
Giannis- if
history. for
Giannis
free agency. You can't
says-
do it.
There's no team I'm extending with outside of this X team.
Yes.
He
Then
controls it.
definitely. Oh,
Bro's
yeah,
wide
that's a
open.
good point.
He controls where he wants to go.
I just came back.
Yeah, 3-point.
And also,
yeah,
Giannis-
points per game.
Has been injured in the playoffs a couple times over the past couple years. Hurt last year. Just
Yeah,
got hurt
yeah.
just now. Body's aging. He's getting up there in age. He has the game has, I don't want to say regressed because I feel like it's rude, but
Definitely not aggressive. Maybe defensively.
yeah,
Yeah,
defensively,
I don't know
yes.
what
Yeah, he's still he's a top 3 player in the world.
No, for sure. Because offensively, he's just unstoppable. But it gets to a point where you're going to be 33. Are you still going to be dominating the way you dominate? I don't know.
And he's putting up numbers on a bad team right now. So
They have lost like 10 in a row.
They also
started
they're
off
like 1
pretty
and 6
decent.
without him. They cannot.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
win
when
games.
he's look at the
not
rest of the
lineup,
roster, you know what I mean? Like,
No, the roster is abysmal, dog.
they got
It's-
some pieces
they've
that are
got-
interesting, but I mean, yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of games.
They've
without them.
actually done a good job finding pieces in the margins.
They just
It's
can
nowhere near
shoot.
enough.
They can shoot at a high clip.
Yeah.
And that always keeps you in games.
the Bucks did the best possible job they could have this offseason. The Miles
can test
Turner
him
signing
downfield,
was
by
like
the way.
cool, but Ryan Rollins developing into like a legitimate starting point
Andrews
guard.
drops that. Just let you know. Okay? Sorry.
He does. Ryan Rollins developing into a legitimate starting point guard.
Oh, we know.
Like,
yeah.
come on, man. Like they
awesome.
couldn't have done anything more. They did everything they could.
I've said it like so many times, but it's pretty awesome. I think I stopped saying that word, but to see him kind of blossom after I think he was waived by the Wizards.
Yeah, because he
in
stole from like a
2018,
grocery
an
store.
Yeah, an efficient scorer, a good defensive player,
Was
and a
he poor or
well-rounded
something?
scorer.
I don't know.
He's been really a revelation for them, given
I have a tweet about Ryan Rollins, I think.
given where he was drafted in the second round. The Warriors are one of the best teams at finding players later in the draft. Let him go in that pull
Toledo.
trade, right?
Brandon Aubrey's got 20.
You know
points in
where
fantasy,
Michael
by the
Porter Jr.
way.
would fit really well? Golden State.
Probably. Actually, like a glove.
Golden State.
You want they want Kuminga?
Make him the second splash brother.
There would never be another splash brother, I fear.
It's an insane thing to say.
You can shoot like
What a
it.
terrible
Shoot
George
like who?
Pickens game.
Shoot like one of them splash brothers.
Who?
Clay.
Does he shoot 40% from the three-point line?
Nah, I think he's like 39%.
Oh.
Clay is a much better shooter.
Yeah. Listen, I wouldn't mind my MPJ because he's coming into be a role. You're a high-level role player. Come be a role player, brother.
Come win a championship, man.
Fuck no.
Come
Yo,
win
yeah, I
a
saw
championship.
Golden State could be in the Giannis sweepstakes.
Yeah, I ain't getting him,
Yeah.
man.
What the fuck you
They're
got to
staring
give
the
up?
packets
We
around
actually have
AirPods.
all our picks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have.
Do you really?
Yeah, we have all our picks. And Steph's retiring soon. That 2028 pick,
Would
Why
you trade
Why would
for?
Giannis want to go there?
He loves Steph. He dicks rides Steph every chance he gets.
I guess if you're saying Steph
Would
should
you
be
trade for
retired,
Anthony Davis
If I'm who?
or
Warriors.
Golden State?
You're trained.
What are you
No.
giving up?
No.
You have to give up Draymond.
No.
Yeah.
Respect.
No way. in
80
hell.
better. 80's so unreliable. He's so unreliable.
So even if the trade is Draymond and picks and like Kuminga for AD,
You know we can make the money work without Draymond.
for AD.
Yeah.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that true?
Pretty sure. Because how much does Draymond make? 27? Kuminga makes 20. Moody makes 12. Buddy Hield makes 9. And you just keep adding from there.
That's interesting.
Could be wrong though.
That's a good big four if that were to happen. NFL Week 14 predictions. First game up, Cowboys at Lions. We're watching the game right now. It's
3-point
27-30.
I
Cowboys
did pick
are
the
down by
Lions.
3.
I picked the Cowboys.
I picked the Cowboys in
I
this.
took
Apparently,
the Lions, but we're seeing
Detroit is 14-0 after a loss since like
That makes
2022.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're great.
We're
off the
seeing
loss.
the Cowboys cut this to a 4-point game here in the fourth. So we'll see. how it
3-point
ends.
Hey, get well, CD. Get well.
John.
Get well, CD.
Pickens wasn't out on that last drive. I don't know why.
Next game up, Titans at Browns.
Browns.
This is Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders.
Here we go.
There's going to be a lot of tweets about, if the Browns win.
Should have been the number 1 versus number 2 quarterback staking.
Shedeur Sanders
This is Myles Garrett versus Cam
is
Back
the
Ward.
Tyler
better
Shook.
quarterback.
Oh! He
Relax.
should have went all the way
They keep
left.
getting great returns, man.
Well, listen, I
got-
think the Browns defense alone could win this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Browns in this game. Defense has just been too elite all season long. Myles Garrett, what, 5 sacks away? 6 sacks?
He has 19, so he's 4
Oh,
sacks
not even
away.
4
He's
sacks.
3
Damn.
sacks.
3.
And the
Yeah,
record's
it's
22.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could get 4 in this
He could.
game.
No, he
He
really
Can he
could tie
not?
in this game.
The Titans are awful.
You got the Browns defense and fantasy. It should be a great week.
Yeah, me too. I got the Browns. Seahawks at
95%.
Falcons.
Took Seattle here.
People are thinking
But the Cardinals, it feels like one of these weeks there's poised to not turn over the football and
Plus
have a
the
big
Falcons
pass.
are playing.
Oh, I thought I could have sworn it's the Cardinals.
Seahawks at Falcons.
Falcons, yeah.
Okay.
Seahawks.
My apologies.
Two birds.
Yeah,
Either-
similar
either-
colors,
Yes.
similar logos.
You probably would have picked the Seahawks anyway.
You-
right?
I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah,
picking
yeah.
the Seahawks in this
Yeah.
matchup. But yes.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
Seattle too.
Seattle.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins has put up these numbers, but then when it really matters, he hasn't been able to make any plays for them to win games.
We smoked them.
The Falcons are awful right now. Their offense is awful. Drake London probably should be back. That'll help them.
I don't know. He didn't practice today.
Well, that sucks
might
for
not
their
play.
offense, and they're not going to have anything on the outside. Seattle should win this pretty comfortably. Colts at Jaguars.
I took the Jags in this matchup. Part of it's because Daniel Jones is playing a damn near broken fibula. It's tough for him to move in the pocket. And I also just think Jacksonville is the team that just historically owns the Colts number at home. So comfortable going the Jags here.
I also took the Jags. Part of me, this might be one I switch. I don't know. The last 2 weeks, Daniel Jones has been banged up. They've also played 2 of the better, if not best, rush defenses, right? Kansas City for years has shut down running backs. Houston has probably the best defense in football. So Jonathan Taylor has not been able to get going like he was for the first 12 weeks of the season. So now they're playing a much lighter rushing defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have one of those MVP performances and have it closer. But Daniel Jones just doesn't look right, man. Like he's not moving like he was to start the season. And you take away that
Gotta have
mobility, it's really tough for him tough for this offense to
Wide receiver
oh
one.
flag. It's tough for this offense to be as peaking like it was in the beginning of the season.
I think I agree with you, but I do think Daniel Jones had a good game for the most part. For the way he couldn't really move in
Given
that
the
Houston defense.
circumstances, he had a hell of a game.
He made some good throws. I think the Colts bounce back. I think, like you mentioned, JT is going to play a much lighter defense. I think Daniel Jones is going to have a better game than I thought. He already had a good game. I just don't believe in his Jags team. I think they'll choke it, and I think the Colts will still be able to get this W
Cowboys folding, man.
The Jaguars,
again.
Got to hold them 3.
after their Sunday
Way to go.
win, I was pretty alarmed by their injury report. Walker Little went out. Trayvon Walker
Did
went
they
out.
get like
Eric
3 flags
Armstead
on
went
one
out.
play?
Parker Washington.
Yeah, they had a lot of
Hip
injuries, but looking at their recent injury report, all of those players outside of Walker Little have been limited in practice. So it looks like they should get most of their players healthy for this game, and that's going to be huge. Josh Hines-Allen has been on an absolute heater, and the issue with the Colts is that their offensive line is a better run blocking than pass blocking unit. Pass blocking, they are really vulnerable, especially their center, Taylor Bortolini. He is one of the worst graded centers in pass blocking situations. Their tackles have been vulnerable as well. I think the Jaguars win this. I think they're more confident. They're coming off of back-to-back good victories. The Colts are on a downturn. I don't think they're running the ball enough, but also they're limited by their quarterback's mobility as well. Yeah. And he's not making those same plays, especially on third down situations. So the Jaguars' game plan right now is to try to stop the run, get them into third and long situations. And even with as up and down as Trevor Lawrence has played, I trust Trevor Lawrence more right now than Daniel Jones.
Famous last
words. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. They haven't lost to the Colts since 2014 at home.
Lawrence at this point,
I'm hoping Brian Thomas can have himself a game.
Commanders at Vikings.
Jaden Daniels is back.
Who's playing quarterback for the Vikings?
JJ. I'm taking the Commanders. They just had a great game against Denver.
Here we go.
Jameer. God damn it.
I love that guy.
I'm taking the Commanders though. I mean, JJ's just he's awful. It's unfortunate. I hope why is that clapping?
Let's go. Like he's just something wrong with him, bro. Go for 2.
JJ eventually has to play better because you really can't play much worse. And this Commanders defense is a defense that you can play well against. But he's had easy matchups in the past and he hasn't been able to produce. So I'm at a point right now where Minnesota's offense is one of the worst in football. Like you can't get Justin Jefferson the ball. You can't get Jordan Addison the ball. And you can't run the ball because no one respects your passing game. The Commanders made it tough against Denver. They're getting the quarterback back in Jaden Daniels. Terry was back last week. He looked great. Treylon Burks looked great. Got the Commanders now.
I don't know why they're
Jaden playing?
I don't know why they're rushing him back when they're 3-9. Because the year is over. That being said, if Jaden plays and even with Marcus Mariota playing good football, I feel like given the uncertainty in the quarterback room for the Vikings, this affects everything. So Jaden plays, I feel pretty good about this pick.
JJ McCarthy has his best game of the season. I got the Vikings.
Okay.
It feels like a long time ago, but it did happen that the Vikings did beat the Lions.
That was a minute ago.
On the road. And, JJ had a good fourth quarter against them. So I think that the Vikings have enough to beat Washington. My perception of Washington has also been jaded by just how bad their season has turned out. Mm-hmm. But this does feel like the best version of them. Their offensive line neutralized Broncos pass rush. And they have Terry McLaurin back, and we see how important he is. I mean, nobody ever doubted that, how important, impactful he is.
Nobody, bro.
I mean, when he's in the lineup, he's the number one wide receiver.
Number one.
An all-pro level player. He made it all-pro last year. So
first all-pro ever, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. A lot of great receivers don't have that accolade. No, it's not.
Talk. How many Hines Ward got?
He's got multiple.
There you go. Demon.
No,
I'm
there's
whoa.
disrespectful undertone.
No, John. I'm just like,
there's a subliminal shot there.
No,
never. He's also a Super Bowl champ and Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, just remember that.
We respect Hines.
He said a 1,400-yard season was a run-first league.
1,400 what?
1,400 yards.
That's
season
fucking cute as shit, John. I love that.
League, Riff.
I love that. You know, T.Y. Hilton led the league in yards.
This was over a decade before, and that's before Big Ben, by the way.
I am a big Hines Ward advocate.
No, you're not.
I love Hines Ward.
Don't ever pretend you are. Don't ever pretend you are.
I think he's awesome, John.
I'm not letting you get away with this.
No, John, I think he's awesome.
I'm familiar with your game, and I'm not letting you get away with this.
I think he's awesome, man. Terry's awesome, too.
Oh, well, we know that. That's why
1,047.
I'm thinking about picking Washington in this matchup. But I think the Vikings are still the better all-around team, and JJ should play better, right?
He actively loses them games.
He can't really get worse than Brosmer last
week. He's not an NFL
top 5 craziest plays I've seen on fourth down.
Also, really tough to go into Seattle.
They couldn't.
That interception where he didn't have to do that.
It was fourth down. He's like, "Fuck it, better than nothing."
I'm never playing again. Like, here we go.
Yeah, a lot.
Bengals at Bills.
I got Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo at home. Joe Burrow being back's cool. T. Higgins practiced in full, so hopefully he plays. It was painful watching not Yoshi Voss, but the other dude out there that would have got so many T. Higgins targets. Mm-hmm. I got the Bills.
Both these teams coming off big wins. I'm a lot more confident in Buffalo. Felt they had a great game offensively.
They beat your team.
They're gonna, with the way they ran over the Steelers last week. I think they're gonna.
John, who they beat?
Same play, by the way.
I didn't watch the game. Next match.
Same run play.
I'm going with the Bills.
They run the same run plays. They don't change anything up.
At Buccaneers.
35 carries.
Saints at Bucks.
Bucks.
Buccaneers.
I'm going with the Bucks. Tyler Shuggar's been good though. Yeah, you mentioned the shout out earlier.
That is wild.
I think he's been more calm.
Touchdowns before 24.
He's had better pocket management. I think he's made more high-level throws deep down the field.
He's
but the Saints is pretty much like, as odd as it sounds for a team that hasn't won games this year, the quarterback position hasn't been their worst Achilles heel.
Not even.
Because Spencer
Sleep
Rattler,
on Kellen Moore, man.
outside of 2 games, Rattler was really good. And he was not the problem.
Wish he didn't go.
And Tyler Shuck now is playing well too. Steelers at Ravens.
Ravens.
I got Baltimore, but yo, Lamar, tighten up.
Tighten up's right, man.
A lot of
And
fluky shit on
Dales,
Friday.
you like to, Dales, you know what's funny? What you like to do? You like to text me when Josh plays like shit. I don't text you when Lamar plays like shit.
You could have been texting me for the last month.
I know, and I kind of just let you. I'm like, I'm not gonna give him
What a
some
good friend.
shit.
What a good
Yeah,
friend.
John, I don't say anything. I just let him know. Like he
I
knows.
didn't say nothing in the Texans game.
No, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
It was either what was the shit game after the Dolphins game?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking Dolphins.
Brother, he looked like shit for 4 weeks in a row, bro. But I got Baltimore though. Bounce back. They're playing the worst team in the league. Who are they playing? Steelers, right?
One of, yeah.
The
they're not that
Steelers,
good.
the Steelers just look dead.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Aaron Rodgers, what a disaster that's
Damn,
been, man.
John.
He's
You were
They
so.
don't have enough support around him.
I don't want to hear
Is he
it.
retired?
Do they have more wins than the Jets?
He should
Yes.
not be playing.
Yeah,
It's-
congrats.
Damn.
Give me the Ravens in this one.
Who knows? By the
Dolphins
end of
at
the season,
Jets.
Who knows? Jets are getting their 4th win.
Let's do it.
Hell no.
Who are they playing?
The Dolphins.
Ooh.
It's Tua in
Doesn't Tua
MetLife
own-
in
own-
December. He does, but you know what? I saw a stat. The Jets have never beaten Tua, and Tua has never won under 40-degree weather.
Let's do it.
And it's going to be under 40
You know
degrees
what?
on Sunday. It's so
I
cold.
took the Dolphins before, but the more I look at the offense and Tyrod Taylor is making it more stable, I feel like this could be a good Brees Hall game. And
Is Garrett coming
I'm
back?
talking. I don't
think-
too
not
sure.
this week,
I
I
think
don't
next week he could.
AD
In
Mitchell
4
was
weeks.
good.
I'm talking myself into the Jets, and if I can do it, I'm gonna switch my pick to the Jets here. I'm feeling good about it.
I'm going with the Dolphins. I think they have something that works for them. That's rushing the football. They're a really good rushing team. Devon Achane has been one of the best backs in the league. And the Jets' defense has been susceptible. They've had some bright spots. They have a defensive tackle,
Juwan
Briggs, who's been really good for them. So the Jets have a chance in this one. It's going to be close.
I wish Drew was here so we could tell him how the Dolphins have shifted their offense to be really run heavy. They're only throwing the ball about 21 times per game the last 3
Yeah,
weeks.
no,
They've
they're
taken
not
the ball,
trusting
added to his hands, given it to Achane and Ollie Gordon more, and they've been winning games.
Yes.
Defense been
'cause
playing better too.
They have to limit their quarterback. Broncos at Raiders.
Broncos.
Denver.
Because Tua can lose them a game.
Denver.
I'm going with the Broncos. Rams at Cardinals.
Rams.
I'm going with the
These are too
Rams.
easy.
Cardinals are a fun team to watch.
They
Jacob
are.
Brissett, they're slinging it.
They've
We'll
been in
see if
games.
Marvin, he had that little, I think it was a heel issue, but even when he was out, Michael Wilson was playing good football.
They had a chance, the Cardinals last
Yeah.
week, to go down the field and tie or win the game last
Every
2
week.
minutes, and they went 4 and
Every
out right
week
away.
they do, and they shit the fan. Rams here.
Bears at Packers.
Ooh.
Fun game. I got the Packers though.
I think the Packers are going to win.
One thing about Green Bay, that Jordan Love plays his best football in December.
He does.
There's
With
a
all
better
the
all-around
weapons.
team.
Jordan Thon.
Weapons
It's
play
a
for
shame
them.
they keep putting them Eagles games in October and November, right?
Well, I'll
Maybe
tell
they
you
should
one
put one
thing.
in
These
December.
weapons,
Well, didn't y'all
Wicks,
play in the
Watson,
playoffs? Was that January, right?
I think it was January for
No,
the
Yeah,
first
so
time
the
this year.
receivers were hurt.
We're watching the passing game here in Green Bay open up, and I'm
Tight,
going with
tight.
the Packers here. But it's me interesting to see how the Packers run defense fares
Yes.
against Monangai.
What impressed
Swift.
me is that they were able to shut down the Lions' rushing attack.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see the Lions run all over Cowboys. And, you might say it's the Cowboys, but the Cowboys, since they got in Quentin Williams, they've been a much better run defense. So I think
Get his ass.
if the Packers
away,
can
Dak.
limit Jahmyr Gibbs and Detroit Lions, I think that they can limit the Bears' rushing attack. They have a really good offensive line.
Shit, we thought
They
that,
do
bro.
what they do well, but the Packers are locked in. And I feel like early in the season, how they started it, where it looked like they were invincible, and then they went through their rough patch. I think they're starting to find their identity again, to where this is the start of them running the table.
Here we go. Relax.
He said
Tell everyone
invincible.
relax.
Hey, I'll say this though, no bullshit. We thought we locked up Detroit's run offense the week before. Chicago fucked us. So God bless. Oh shit, good pass. I got Chicago.
You got Chicago.
Yeah, I need something different.
Okay.
I'm 3 behind you. So
you'll have this on me.
Yeah, so I need 2 more 50-50. So I got Chicago in this one.
I don't hate it. Chicago, I know a lot of Chicago fans are upset because we haven't been giving them their respect.
They really just hate Drew.
Yeah, well, Drew's is nasty when it comes to Caleb.
He is really
Which
nasty.
You saw he was seething out the mouth when we mentioned Caleb's good traits.
That is wild because when we did a My Guys draft, Drew picked
Yeah,
Caleb
he
Williams
dropped
as
him
his
so
quarterback,
fast, so
and
quick.
Santos got him the My
Santos,
Guys.
let me tell you guys what Santos did today.
You want to know
Caleb
why
jersey. He wears 18
Drew
too.
did that?
It doesn't strike
Drew
me.
did that because he wanted to stop rooting for mid quarterbacks. So he picked Caleb Williams
Did not know
to solve the issue of, all right, you guys don't want me to root for mid? I'll root for the first overall pick. So he picked Caleb Williams, and then he didn't have a good
Should've
record.
picked
Santos
Drake May, like
texted
me,
me. He was like, Santos, I know you're gonna get this far, you fuck. He texted me. He was like, yo, Riff. It was 4:26 p.m. So I'm thinking it's important. I'm like, hi. He says,
gotta get rid of
fuck
it.
you, Maxwell. I'm like, yo, my
was
middle
rude.
name?
That was rude.
Middle name, right? So I said, I can't say what I said, but I said things like this, like, you know, some real, like, and I got something for Santos, man. He thinks shit's sweet over there.
He's got your number?
No, that was DMs. He literally DM'd me, Riv, as if it was important. I said hi and everything.
Oh, that's a text, though, no?
No,
Oh,
that
it's
was-
a different text. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
My
I was,
bad.
come on, bro. You gotta get the update. Update your phone.
Texans at Chiefs.
These are the games the Chiefs don't ever lose historically. When
What?
their season,
They've done it all year.
their back is
Let
against
this
the
shit.
wall.
Yo.
They
you know-
can't fall under 500, and every single time they find a way to sneak by.
It's that dick riding shit.
I'm just laying out the magnitude of this game
It's important.
because I'm taking the Texans.
There we go. There we
And
go.
I think this matchup defensively is a nightmare for a Chief offense line. It's missing a lot of key pieces. And on top of that, I think with Stroud coming back into the lineup, I think there's, as well as Davis Mills played, there's just an upside with this team, and I'm excited to see them match up.
This shit over. It's over. I'm glad it's gonna happen. I've been telling my brother to the right of me all year, this is not the same Chiefs team. I've been telling him all year, Dallas. Cut
You
the
have been.
gimmick.
You have been.
He won't listen to me. I keep telling him this is not the same Chiefs team. They don't beat many teams. I mean, he got excited when they beat the Ravens. Got excited when they beat Detroit. I won't lie to you. Good wins. Good wins. Fell down to earth. Lost to the Jags. About to lose to the Texans. Lost to Philly. Shit is over. Houston. I got Houston, man. CJ Stroud is going to play well again. Houston's about to go on this run like I told y'all before. When they were down in the mud, they're still going to win this division. And this is going to start now. Let's do it. 8-5.
They're going to have to get the ball out quick against Houston. They are missing 3 offensive linemen that start for them. Josh Simmons, Trae Smith, and then Jawan Taylor. Wanya Morris is starting a left tackle who's been awful for them. He was awful for them last year, but he did start for them in a playoff game against Houston. And then they're starting Jalen Moore at right tackle, who was their swing tackle they signed in the offseason.
It's quite the lineup.
But really, the only reason why the Chiefs are favored to win this game, the only reason why people think this is a 50-50 matchup is because of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes.
And they're home.
Because, yeah, I guess in their home, but it's
That's
mostly
huge.
Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't matter if they're home and they didn't have Mahomes. The reason why they're favored is because of Patrick Mahomes.
I'm so sure.
Because the defense for the Texans is way better. It's the best defense in the league. They're going up against an offense that has important pieces that are missing, but the books are telling us we still think that this man is still going to get it done because he's that freaking great. And that's why Dells is picking the Chiefs, because it's Patrick Mahomes.
They've only been favored against the Raiders and the Broncos and Texans game.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
The Chiefs have been favored almost all year.
So
I
no.
no.
wouldn't trust that Google.
Is
This
this,
is-
the least
this is
confident
AI.
you felt in the
This is
Chiefs?
AI. Is AI
They were
capping?
definitely
Like last
the
4
Chargers
weeks.
game. They're probably favored.
Fucking AI. They're so
There's
fucking
definitely
useless,
Chargers.
bro.
Say that again, John?
Is that the least? This
They're
game
charging
versus the
the
Texans,
Jags.
the least confident you felt in?
Well, yes,
Mahomes?
lose confidence because it's a clearer matchup disadvantage because you have an offensive line going up against elite pass rushers and an elite defensive front. That's why I think it's just a massive disadvantage for them. And the only reason they can consistently move the ball is because of Mahomes getting out of harm's way. He has the most extended dropbacks in the NFL this year with 4+ dropbacks, and he's the only quarterback with a positive EPA on those dropbacks. He is quite literally keeping drives alive by himself. This is the best he's been in years. It's just not the best the Chiefs have been in years.
It's almost like, you know, sometimes you can be as great as you want to be and it's just not enough, you know?
Yeah, that's why I got the Texans winning this game. I win either way. They
You
either
got the
win.
Texans?
They either win and I get a win on my bracket, or they lose and Mahomes he comes out victorious and they keep their season alive.
Yeah.
But every game is a must win for them from here on out.
I just, like, are we allowing that? He wins either way?
It's what I said about Denver too. This isn't the first time. It's not gonna be.
I
the
missed
But,
last.
like, this is with the Chiefs, though. Like, this
That's
is
it.
kind of crazy.
It's the reality of the situation. 2025 Kansas City
I
is
just,
borderline playoff team.
when the Chiefs lose, and they will, I just can't wait to see your face.
Why?
He'll be happy because he'll have one up on me. I got Kansas City.
They won multiple Super Bowls already. They're a dynasty.
It's been like, it's just, It's kind of how, like, remember that year, 2023, remember when the Eagles fell off and you kind of, like, you saw the fall off coming, you were geeked up?
Yeah, they fell off this year too.
Not necessarily, but we'll see. If we lose Monday, yes, for sure, we fell off. But still managed to beat somebody, per usual. But this year, I've just been so telling you about the Chiefs, and now they're just going to crumble. It's. I love it. I love to see it, you know? I love to see greatness eventually die and new greatness comes, you know?
So
Who's
you
the
have
new
the
greatness?
Chiefs, Dels.
I do have the Chiefs. Listen, I think logically what you guys say make a lot of sense. This is a huge mismatch for the Chiefs. I mean, even if the offensive line was healthy, this is still a mismatch because of how great the Texans defense is. Mahomes is great. I think being at home matters too. Being in Arrowhead, having the fans on your back. Also a dome team, going outdoors in Kansas City. I'm sure the weather's not going to be pretty in Kansas City, you know, mid-December on Sunday
cold
at
as hell out there.
8 o'clock. So, you know, we saw this team, you know, a couple of years ago. Maybe the defense wasn't as great going to Kansas City, and it was a tough game. Kansas City pulled out on top. They were a better team then. But back against the wall, Patrick Mahomes proved.
Isn't Dallas,
show you're gonna lose.
isn't Dallas a dome?
They were in Dallas, though.
You know what I'm saying? They played in the dome last week?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Next game up in this final
team
matchup
just
of the
doesn't
week.
lose, no matter where, huh? It's just they lose. We
Huh.
got the Chiefs. Now it's, you know.
At home, they've been much better.
Well, no, more than anything, it's a dome team going outdoors.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, they just, like, how many stipulations do they need for you to just not pick them? Like, you got to just keep picking them.
Dude, until the wheels fall off.
Brother, the wheels are done. I'm telling you, the wheels are done, bro. Trust.
Eagles at Chargers. Another teams whose wheels are falling off. Maybe both, honestly.
Maybe both.
Yeah, both.
Lots of injuries, lots of who's playing this game between Herbert, who was vying to play, but will he be 100%? Jalen Carter.
Hampton, hopefully.
Yep, Hampton
Carter's
was
not playing.
slated to play.
Yeah, he's out.
Thank
He's
you
not
for
playing.
that.
Well, that's huge for the defensive line. They still have enough to get their way against LA, but I think LA has enough pass catchers to move the football.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm going with the Chargers in this game.
And they have a great defense. And, you know, the Eagles have really
It
struggled
doesn't
this
matter
year.
if teams have a good defense or not, bro. We can't move the fucking ball regardless.
Yeah.
The Chargers aren't winning this game, though.
They're not, you said.
No. Unless we choke it.
Which you're susceptible to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't choke it last week. You just got smoked.
No, the week before we choked. We
Against,
usually we follow
Dallas.
a choking with an ass whipping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Philly's losing 3 games in a row.
We haven't.
It's going to be a tough game
No
on
way.
the road.
No way.
Because the Chargers are kind of playing for their playoff hopes, too.
Same
If they
way how
lose this
Green Bay
game, it's
never
gonna be tough
beats
to make
Philly.
it.
Same vibe. Same vibe.
They
Brandon
will.
Aubrey's got like 23 points in fantasy. Whoever has them, shout to you.
He's
I
a
have him.
demon.
You have him.
Yeah, I do.
Congratulations.
Yo,
He's been
Austin
going
Reaves
crazy.
gave somebody in NBA fantasy 70 points.
My
I don't know how that
goodness.
was in the flag. That's pretty crazy.
But that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side podcast.
Wait, you didn't say who you're picking?
Oh, I didn't?
No.
I'm going with the team that I have more confidence in. And that's the Los Angeles Chargers.
He said he started with.
I know.
I saw
we
that.
don't know
Freudian
we
slip.
don't know who he's gonna pick on Sunday, on Monday.
It's the Los Angeles Chargers,
That's
baby.
good. You,
You know,
should have picked the
Justin
Texans
Herbert.
over the Chiefs then.
Better quarterback.
Then who?
He did take the Texans.
Herbert.
Oh,
That hurts.
That hurts.
He did take the Texans.
Oh, he did?
He did.
But he took the Chargers over the Eagles.
They're
bias.
evenly matched teams right now.
Who?
The Chargers and Eagles. The Eagles have injuries on their offensive line.
I guess.
Jalen Carter's not playing.
The Eagles' offense just sucks right now.
The
man.
schematics on offense, they can't move the ball against a really good Chargers defense they're going to play now.
The Chargers, I don't know. They're weird.
Like, I think the Chargers,
Didn't they just get beat by like 40 to the Jags?
Yeah, 2 weeks
they
ago.
did, but they just won this past week, albeit not the best
Who'd they
opponent,
play?
still.
That's the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
They played someone. Yeah.
Who have
Yeah, they
they
played
beaten
Raiders.
this year? The
The
Chargers.
Chiefs,
Beat the Chiefs.
Everybody
That was like
has.
week 1,
Everybody-
week 2.
everybody has.
You picked the Chargers.
The
That was a
Broncos.
great-
I know.
yeah.
the Broncos.
They did beat the Broncos.
And I was with, Joe Alt was back in that game, but Herbert still got pressure a lot.
Who else they beat? I feel like they've been under the radar. Their whole schedule just in general has been like
They're
under
8-4.
the radar.
They beat the Steelers this
They're
year.
like the most quiet 8-4
They're the
team.
Niners of the AFC.
They beat
Yeah.
the Vikings. And that's it. Those are
Who played that? Who was quarterback that
That
game?
was Wentz.
wins.
Wentz?
Yeah.
Wentz.
Their
Wentz.
most impressive wins of the year have been the Chiefs and
Yeah.
the Broncos.
I feel like they're like the most quiet 8-4 team ever. I haven't heard about them.
It's a good evenly matchup this Monday.
Yeah, we'll probably win in really disgusting fashion.
And that's going to do it for this episode. You guys can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pick a Side Podcast,
Facebook.
on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod, and on Facebook as well. We have a Facebook page. Make sure you guys tune into that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.